Live from Grand Prairie, Texas, we're inside the Gopher Warrior Bowl. And where two heavyweights will enter tonight, only one will leave victorious. With the trip to Houston on the line, everything is up for grabs. Good evening, everyone. You're listening to Brock Eagle Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical. Jake Reed alongside Eric Morris, our statistician on the sideline is Scott Bowman, and engineer is Harrison Pritchard. Tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Lamb's Print Shop. Lamb's Print Shop, located in Weatherford, Texas, off of Santa Fe Drive, is your one-stop shop for all your printing needs. From business cards and wedding invitations to stock card and programs. Call 817-598-1191 or email lambsprintshop@yahoo.com. Eric, the top two teams in Class 3A face off tonight, and both have important reasons to make next week's state title game. Mineola wants another chance at possibly playing Cameron Yoe, and Brock has set a state record. No team in the history of Texas who started a program from scratch, not a sister school or an additional high school in town, but from the ground up, no team has ever reached the semifinals in their second year as a UIL program. That says a lot about this team.
You bet. When Brock started their UIL schedule last year, they had no one that had ever played varsity football before, and they had a JV team 4 years ago. They had a outlaw schedule 3 years ago. They played at some private schools. Last year, they lost the very first game they played, and they lost the very last game they played. And they have a good core group of people, players that have been playing together for a long time, Pee Wee football, junior high football, and this is a long time coming for them. On the other side, Mineola has been perennially and not a very good team. 3 years ago, they went 5-5. Last year, they start the season off losing their first 3 games and ended up making a good run before they met up with Cameron Yoe in the state championship game. And I know that they want to get back there and have another opportunity to show what a quality team they have. But also, Brock, with the tradition of winning state championships since 95, I think Brock's won somewhere around 18 or 19 state championships throughout their program, and this is just another one on the list that they would like to put there.
One of these two teams will punch their ticket to Reliance Stadium for next Thursday night state championship game. You're listening to the pregame show, brought to you by Lamb's Print Shop in Weatherford.
Jerry's Buick and GMC in Weatherford are proud supporters of the Brock High School Eagles.
What a great 2015 season it's been for the Eagles, and Jerry's Buick GMC is keeping the momentum going.
Right now, get huge year-end discounts on all our new Buicks and GMCs. From cars to crossovers to SUVs. Now's your best time to save thousands.
Come out our way and trade your way
during the year-end sales event at Jerry's Buick GMC in Weatherford.
We are professional grade.
Go Eagles!
Back at the Gopher Warrior Bowl in Grand Prairie, Texas, you're listening to the Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical. Always a pleasure to interview my next guest. Brought every week, and I know he enjoys it as well. Head coach of the Brock Eagles, Chad Worrell, talked about what to expect in this week's Coach's Pregame Show. For the first time in the playoffs this season, Brock will travel east past Parker County to Grand Prairie to the Gopher Bowl to take on the number 1 ranked Mineola Jackets. The Brock Eagles head in ranked number 2 in the state, so this will be a game that everyone will be looking for. It's just another game on the books for the head coach, Chad Worrell, who I'm joined with. You're listening to the Coach's Pregame Show, brought to you by Jerry's Buick and GMC. Right now, enjoy $6,000 off all 2016 Buick Enclaves in stock, as well as $11,000 off all remaining 2015 GMC Sierra 1500s. Call 817-596-5581 or visit jerrysbuickgmc.com. Coach, you went in on a business trip all the way to Sweetwater, Texas. Not the way that your offense wanted to start off in the first half, but you got some momentum going and were able to put more points on the board going into the second half. Did you make adjustments early before going into halftime, or were most of them made into halftime to set you apart in the second half?
Well, a little bit of both. They're in the first couple of drives of the game. It wasn't really. We just didn't execute. We missed a few blocked. And, against a good football team like Shallowater was, whenever you get some block, they're going to make you pay for it. So the kids really made an adjustment on the field just with the speed of the game, and we made a few adjustments as the game went on and some at halftime, so it's a little bit of a mixture of everything.
Cooper Ogle was able to have a big run that created momentum for Shallowater. After that, there was seen nothing to get going. Your defense really stepped up a couple times. Devin Stentz and Mikey Golden both combined for tackles for loss. Jordan Andre was in the backfield several times during the second half. So what they seemed to fool, or maybe not as you would say execute, you guys were able to capitalize and make their running game non-existent there in the second half. What did you guys do to put your guys in better spots?
Well, they just did a great job of executing the game plan we had. And those kids played hard all year long, and they're not the biggest, but they don't stay blocked. And that's what we talk about all the time. It's okay to get blocked, just don't stay blocked and come off blocks and make plays. And they do a great job of that. Tyler Gray ran down Ogle on that long run. I thought that was kind of the momentum swing in the first half when he ran him down to 5, and we threw him for a lost couple plays, and of course they dropped the pass end zone. But I thought holding them there to 3 was a huge stand, just like you talked about.
Special teams has been a key play throughout the playoffs, and it gets even more important as you get on through into the deeper rounds. I really was impressed with the way Bryce and I executed kickoffs. He did have some wind behind him, but he's really kicking the ball well, and even setting up for long field goals. He seems to just have all the confidence in the world, driving it up through the uprights. Could have been good from 44 yards out, but how have you felt putting him in situations where you need to get points on the board?
Oh, he's done a great job stepping in and kicking some field goals for us this year in the extra points. And kickoffs, man, that was the thing the other night that was so big, because our kickoff coverage did such a great job of pinning them, and we were forcing them into, driving 80 yards and 85 yards for touchdowns. And at some point during those drives, we were giving up first down. They're a good football team. They would get a few first downs, but because they were on such a long field, it was allowing us a little bit of room to adjust as the drive went on, and I thought it was really key. Bryce has done a great job, and that's a position that sometimes you don't really miss unless you don't have one, and he's done a great job for us this year.
You've been listening to the Coach's Pregame Show, brought to you by Jerry's Buick and GMC. Remember to call 817-596-5581 or visit jerrysbuickgmc.com. Coach, it seems the deeper you get into the playoffs, the better offensive line you face. This is probably going to be your most decorated offensive line you face. Austin and Riley Anderson, both 6'5", 285 tackles for Mineola, have signed to play at Texas A&M. They've got a good center and a couple of good guards. They like to pull and get into the second level, so there's discipline there. What have you told your front seven going into this game about how to handle the good offensive line for Mineola?
Well, I don't know that you do handle them. They're the most talented offensive group that we've seen all year, and probably will see in terms of the front five. That's no disrespect to anybody left, but there's not many people at the 3A level that have 2 Division I tackles on that offensive line. And just like you said, the guards in the center, they're really good too. We're at a huge disadvantage size-wise, and we're just going to do our best to keep doing what we do. And our little guys are going to try to play fast, play hard, and get off blocks, and get to the football.
I always feel sorry for a defense that has to prepare for Letty French and Tyler Gray, that tandem. This week you got to prepare for a guy that is similar to your 2 good running backs, and that's Devontae Wright, the scat back that Mineola has. Very dangerous in space, and with a good offensive line blocking him. You've got one of the fastest defenses left in the state of Texas in 3A. When you go up against that guy, I know that tackling is key because he's very slippery. What have you really spoke to your defense about how to put that guy, when you get him in space, corral him, and maybe use the sideline as your advantage?
Well, we're just going to have to, we're going to have to execute, and we're going to have to get to the football. And I mean, they've got two 2,000-yard rushers in their backfield. The quarterback's rushed for 2,300 yards. The running back has rushed for, just a tad over 2,000. Obviously, anytime you face people, those kind of stats, they're both good. And we're just going to have to get to the football. And when we get there, not over-pursue and wrap up. Like you said, use the sideline as another defender. And hopefully, we can limit their big plays. That's the key. They're so explosive. They can throw the ball too. They don't throw it a ton because they haven't been forced to. They've rushed for 400 or 500 yards a game, maybe closer to 600 and some. And the key is going to be to limit their big plays, especially early. Give our offense a chance to get the rhythm and stay in the game as long as we can.
Coach, I want to end on a note just for a team as in general. I went down and spoke to some of the players and coaches, congratulating them last week. You had a goal last year. It was to win district. It was to make the playoffs. You did that. This week you up it. You win district again. You move past the fourth round into the fifth round of the playoffs. And the thing I want to talk to you about the most is the fact that the way the coaches and players buy into the system that you brought in here. How dangerous, in not you but in general, how dangerous it is for a team to buy into what the coaches have in front of you, treat every game like a business trip, and just act like no matter if you're playing the best team in the state or the worst team in the state, to just prepare and be ready for them at the same time. How hard is it to stop a team like that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think that once you get your system in place and get the kids mentally, prepared for each week, no matter who they're playing, it really doesn't matter who you put in front of them. We really don't. I know it sounds crazy, but we really don't talk about winning games. We talk about playing well, and we believe that the wins take care of itself without talking about it. So we really focus on taking care of ourselves and playing well in all three phases of the game, and we believe that if you do that, it doesn't matter who you're playing. You think you get a chance to win the football game, and that's just kind of how we approach it. Hopefully, it pays off for us again this week.
You've been listening to the Coach's Pregame Show, brought to you by Jerry's Buick and GMC. Right now, enjoy all the end-of-the-year sales that Jerry Durant has to offer. For in business for over 40 years, family-owned and operated. Visit them right off of Mineral Wells Highway in 180 in Weatherford, Texas. Call them at 817-596-5581 or visit jerrysbuickgmc.com. Coach, good luck to you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Jake.
See you, brother.
Hey, we'll see you, buddy.
Welcome back to Grand Prairie, Texas. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical. My favorite part of the night, where I get to introduce Eric Morris, is under the headset. Eric, tonight, we've gone through several different situations in the previous 14 weeks, but tonight the only difference is going to be made is Brock's defense versus Mineola's offense. When you look at Jeremiah Crawford, the quarterback, as well as number 5, Devontae Wright, the running back, both of those guys have combined for 6,000 yards on the ground, as well as some catches through the air, and they've got some great help, a good offensive line led by their left and right tackle twins, Riley and Austin Anderson, both 6'4", 300 pounds, and they are both signed letters of intent to Texas A&M University for next year's season. When you look at those matchups with the defensive line into the linebackers in the secondary, what do you see some key elements to look for?
Well, as slow as you and I are, I think we could both run behind the Anderson brothers. Good night. That's 600 pounds of bulldozer running right ahead of us. All we got to do is lock onto the back of their shoulder pads, and I think we can get 10 yards of carry. The Mineola philosophy is they put all of their good athletes on their offensive side of the ball, and that's their linemen, their running backs, their receivers, their quarterbacks. Conversely, Brock puts all their good athletes on the defensive side of the ball. So while Brock has the athletic and fast defense, Mineola has the big and fast offense. So when they're going against each other, that's the matchup that people came to see, is that Brock number 1 defense in the state against that Mineola number 1 offense in the state. Last week, Mineola had over 500 yards rushing between the quarterback and the running back, and they're both very short of being 2,000 yards rushers apiece. And when you got those big boys running ahead of you, it's really easy to do. One of the things that you notice when they're blocking, and if you're watching the game tonight, Mineola pretty much takes a guard or a tackle from the left side of the line and a guard from the right side of the line and brings them around to the right side. So you have both the big tackles blocking together. You have one of the other guards blocking together. You have 3 big guys blocking ahead of the quarterback or running back. Mineola doesn't run many plays. They have 3 plays to the right rushing. They have 3 plays to the left rushing. But they all are behind the big lineman, and they pull a guard, they pull a tackle every single play. Hardly ever do you see them just do a head-up block in front. So the blocking that Brock is going to see today is better blocking than they have seen this whole entire year. The good news for Brock is that they have Coach Chad Worrell, the defensive guru, under the tutelage of years for Butch Ford, who was under G.A. Moore, that he's looking to be able to see what they can do for the matchups. They obviously know that they're smaller than the line on Mineola, so they're going to have to use quickness. They're going to have to use technique. They're going to have to do something to disrupt the blocking schemes that Mineola is doing. And if they can get under the pads, under the knees, under the shoestrings of those Mineola offensive linemen, then they have a chance to make the tackle maybe only 2 or 3 yards downfield. And what Brock would like to see is Mineola have to drive the ball down a 10 or 12 play drive. If they're going to score, they want it to be in a 10 or 12 play drive, not in a 40 or 50 or 60 yard run. So far this year, no one has put a drive on Brock. When they've scored a 50 or 60 yard run. So tonight, what Brock's looking for defensively is for Mineola to put together a 10 or 12 play drive, or have to put it together a 10 play drive, and then take a chance on, let's get a fumble, let's get a stop, let's make them punt, and let's get good field position and turn it over to the offense.
When you talk about our offense talking about now Brock's offense, we've spoken all season long about how hard it is to pinpoint one player. We've got 9 dangerous guys on offense, and I'm talking about all the way from the starters down to the freshmen with Zach Young and the smaller Gray. When you talk about how hard it is to pinpoint, Mineola had to get ready for this. They know what's at stake, just as Brock does. But when you're looking at, you've got 2 running backs that have combined for almost 2,500 yards apiece. You got a wide receiver that I think is one of the best in the state when it comes to putting his foot in the ground on a slant route. And you got a guy that can carry in Cooper Warren and go up and catch a big pass, and a heck of a 4-year letterman in Seth Bowman. When you're looking at Mineola and watching film, what is your game plan to stop an offense that just has so many weapons out there?
Well, just like Mineola's offense being big and fast and our defense being athletic and fast, on the other side, our offense is quick and fast, and their defense is big and athletic. Where we think we have a chance is when we have the ball. The offensive Mineola versus the defensive Brock, that should be, in everybody's estimation, just a big-on-big, smash-mouth football matchup. But on the other side, Brock's speed and quickness, we're thinking we can get outside. We think we can get inside. There's some plays we can run to take advantage of the mismatches. But, yes, with Tyler Gray going to the right, with Letty French going to the left, with Cooper Warren going up the middle, with Seth Bowman throwing the ball outside to Trent Corcoran, they have a lot that they have to deal with. And they don't have the 5 or 6 good athletes to be able to cover all of Brock's good athletes on that offensive side of the ball. So, being that as it may, where Brock can help out their defense is keeping the ball for long drives and keeping that defense off the field and keeping Mineola's offense off the field.
9 minutes from kickoff between number 1 Mineola and number 2 Brock for the semi-final game to head to Reliance Stadium in Houston, Texas next Thursday night for the state championship game. You're listening to the Lamb's Print Shop pregame show. We'll come back here in a few minutes with the lineups, the coin toss, as well as getting kicked off here at 7:30.
For over 30 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has provided prompt, professional, and friendly service to residential and commercial customers throughout the Weatherford and Fort Worth region. We specialize in air conditioning, heating, and plumbing services, from installations to repairs and preventative maintenance. Quality, customer satisfaction, and integrity are our top priorities. Lightfoot Mechanical. We're the good guys.
The year-end event is on at Jerry's GMC.
Get huge year-end discounts on the largest GM inventory in Texas.
Save $6,000 off Yukons.
$7,000 off Sierra Denali diesels.
Come out our way and trade your way.
At Jerry's GMC in Weatherford.
With over 2,000 saddles, Teskey's is your #1 source for equestrian needs. Along with the latest fashions in the boutique, we have over 100,000 square feet of saddles, tack, feed, and more. As one of the most trusted names in the horse industry, we can guarantee that you'll find the product you need at the quality you expect at a great price. And now we carry firearms, both used and new, along with ammo and gear. Teskey's, your one-stop shop from hat to hoof.
The year-end event is on at Jerry's Buick.
Get huge year-end discounts on every new Buick in stock.
Save $5,000 off Enclave.
Or 0 APR for 60 months on any new Buick.
Come out our way and trade your way.
At Jerry's Buick in Weatherford.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
For over 30 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has provided prompt, professional, and friendly service to residential and commercial customers throughout the Weatherford and Fort Worth region. We specialize in air conditioning, heating, and plumbing services, from installations to repairs and preventative maintenance. Quality, customer satisfaction, and integrity are our top priorities. Lightfoot Mechanical. We're the good guys.
With over 2,000 saddles, Teskey's is your #1 source for equestrian needs. Along with the latest fashions in the boutique, we have over 100,000 square feet of saddles, tack, feed, and more. As one of the most trusted names in the horse industry, we can guarantee that you'll find the product you need at the quality you expect at a great price. And now we carry firearms, both used and new, along with ammo and gear. Teskey's, your one-stop shop from hat to hoof.
The year-end event is on at Jerry's GMC.
Get huge year-end discounts on the largest GM inventory in Texas.
Save $6,000 off Yukons.
$7,000 off Sierra Denali diesels.
Come out our way and trade your way.
At Jerry's GMC in Weatherford.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Hello, my name is Gary Lightfoot. I'm the president and CEO of Lightfoot Mechanical. A couple things you might like to know about Lightfoot Mechanical is we're family owned and operated and been serving North Texas for over 30 years. There are three main things that I would like for you to know about Lightfoot Mechanical. Is number one is we try to hire, retain, and train the best people in the industry, bar none. From our service technicians to our comfort consultants to our office people, they're going to be the best, and they're going to be the best well trained. You can guarantee that. Number two is that we try to provide you with the ultimate customer service experience. From our technicians, when they enter your home, they will put on shoe covers and respect your property. You will receive a courtesy call when a technician is on the way to let them know they're about to come to your home. The final thing, we do business with honesty, integrity in everything that we do. It's ingrained in our family, it's part of our company culture, and you can count on that. I would invite you to go by our website. We have over 150 current customer reviews, so you can read for yourself how we've done. Thank you.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Back in Grand Prairie, Texas, we are set for the coin toss. Tonight's captains for Brock: Bowman, number 56. That is Tucker Sargent, number 25, Letty French. The captains for Mineola, the quarterback Crawford, running back Wright, and then the two big left and right tackles, Riley and Austin Anderson. Brock in their chrome helmets with blue-on-blue jerseys that they have worn 5 straight games in the playoffs. Mineola, white helmets, white top, white pants. Brock, the home team. Mineola, the visitor. Officials set for the toss, explaining the rules in the air. And it looks like Mineola has won the toss. The stadium facing, I believe this is north to south, Eric. Am I correct on that?
I don't know. I'm lost.
Mineola has won the toss. They elect to receive. They will be traveling from south to north. We will pause for the national anthem and then come back for lineups and kickoff. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical. Back at Grand Prairie, Texas, we are set for kickoff, wrapping up the Lamb's Print Shop pregame show located off of Santa Fe Drive in Weatherford, Texas. Call 817-598-1191. If you're just joining us, Mineola won the toss, elected to receive. Their offense stands as follows. On the offensive line, both of the tackles, Riley and Austin Anderson. The guards are Sanchez and Elalawi. The center is Bowden. The wide receivers, Meeson, Hampton. And then the tight end is going to be number 89, Addison Reichlich. The running back is Devontae Wright, and quarterback Jeremiah Crawford. Brock's defense led by a big rotating defensive line. Patino, Sargent, Hara, Golden, and Andre. You'll see Logan Hoffman and Caden Fain in there as well. Dawson Littlepage, Letty French, and Zane Young, the linebackers. Gray, Skelton, the corners. Patino and Teal, the free safety and strong safety. Pike Langford will rotate in as well. Bryce Nye is set for the Teskey Settle Shop kickoff. He will be kicking from right to left by way of the scoreboard. We're set for the semifinal game between the number 1 Mineola Yellow Jackets and your number 2 in the state-ranked Brock Eagles. Bryce Nye kicks it, It is a good kick heading to the right-hand side, fielded at the 5-yard line, cutting up to the 10 to the 15, hit and knocked down by a group of guys that have worked hard this season. That's your kickoff team, and they've done a heck of a job stopping him down there near the 12-yard line.
Hayden Waller sprinting down there. Number 1, Hayden Waller sprinted down, had a good head of steam. No one even touched him as he got down there. He knocked the return man off his game. 3 other Brock players, of course. Dawson Littlepage was right there on him. They're going to start inside their 15-yard line heading out.
First quarter is brought to you by Texas Butane Company, serving all of Parker and surrounding counties for more than 50 years. Call 817-594-2612. Crawford in the backfield right will stand to his left side. 2 receivers to the right, going to bring in motion, going to fake the give, now turn and look, under pressure, and down he goes. Pike Langford got to him first. Caden Fain cleaned him up. And Brock with a big answer on first down. That's going to be a loss of 7 on the play, bring up 2nd and 17.
Mineola sends 3 wide receivers out. They try to do a fake zone read, looking to throw the ball deep over the middle. Before he could set his feet and throw it, the Brock defense was right there on him, made him take a little hitch step, and when he did that, he couldn't regroup and throw. They were right there. Man, that's a good stop on the first play of the game.
Crawford breaks the huddle. It'll be a trips to the left-hand side in the boundary. They'll go to the right-hand side. It'll keep up to the 10 to the 15, up to the 20, 25, and knocked out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Zone read and a keeper on Crawford as he picks up 22 on the play, and that's a first down for Mineola. They overload the left-hand side, Eric, and run to the weak side.
Yeah, that Mineola's been running to the right side all year because they have the more athletic Anderson on the left side pulling to the right. That time, they went behind the left side, and Brock wasn't ready for that. Picked up a first down.
Crawford breaks the huddle. It will be 2 receivers to the left, tied in there as well, trips. It will be option left, keeper up the middle, tackled after only about a gain of 3. That's Mikey Golden on the stop. He is a guy that he leads the team in tackles for loss now, and he's only playing his 5th game of the season, so a good guy to have brought up from the JV after playing 9 games down on blue.
With those big boys up front being the bulldozers for Mineola, Brock's smaller, athletic, quick guys have got to find a way to out-technique, out-position those offensive linemen and get in there and make a play and cause a long 3rd down.
2nd and 8. Motion man goes. We'll make it 3 receivers to the left. 3-step drop will throw across the middle, caught. In a good tackle made by Kyle Teal. Pass was caught by number 2 for Mineola. That is Cortland Sanchez, but no gain on the play.
They send their outside receivers up on a post and a curl. They send their tight end out on a flat pattern, and there's a penalty on the play.
It is a personal foul penalty. No signal yet what the call will going to be. Chad Worrell tells them to back them up. Personal foul chop block on Mineola. That will be 15 yards from the spot of the foul. We'll back them up, making it, I believe, a 2nd down, and it will be 13. Takes the ball all the way back to the 14-yard line.
These officials are very aggressive in calling those chop blocks when a offensive lineman has a defensive lineman engaged and then a second offensive lineman comes in and try to take their legs out. That's what they call a chop block.
Mineola with a long field, 2nd down in 23. Going to fake the give, going to be kept up the middle, and he's bottled up. Pike Langford along with number 22, Jordan Andre, in on the tackle. It will be a loss of 3 on the play. That will bring up 3rd down in a bunch.
This is the exact kind of down and distance that Brock wanted to get Mineola in, and this is the exact kind of distance that Mineola did not want to be in. But don't think just because they have 3rd and forever that they're not going to run the ball. They can just as easily pick up 25 yards rushing as they can passing.
That's how many they're going to need. It's going to be 3rd down and 25. They picked up 22 on a carry by Crawford earlier. He's in the shotgun formation. Wright stands to his right-hand side. 3 receivers. He'll roll that direction. Under pressure, going to throw it back on the screen. Caught by Wright up to the 15 to the 20-yard line, but he won't get there. That'll be an Envy Day defensive stop.
Punt team.
For Brock. The punt team is on their way out. Dr. Chris Woosterhausen at NV Medical Day Spa and Wellness Center has been successfully performing bioidentical hormone replacement for men and women for the last decade. Call NV to make your appointment now, 817-599-9902.
They get Trent and Letty back to receive this punt.
They stand on their own 40-yard line. Punt is a good one, high end-over-end kick, waving away to catch it. It will take a Yellow Jacket bounce. It hits at the Brock 45 and will bounce all the way to the 29-yard line, and that's where the Brock offense will take over. Brooks Powell, Tucker Sargent, Taylor, Hara, and Harrell will be the offensive line. They've also got a good blocker and a good catcher by Titus Gossett, Trent Corcoran, and Cooper Warren, the wideout. Seth Bowman, the quarterback. He has the double-headed monster at Letty French and Tyler Gray, both over 2,000 yards and over 25 touchdowns apiece on the season. And then fullback, if we see it any, will be Zane Young. Bowman under center, two receivers to the right-hand side, Gray in the backfield. They'll bring Warren in motion. He crosses the screen. It's a quarterback sneak up to the 30, breaks a tackle, breaks another one up to the 35. And that's a good gain. It will be a gain of 6 on the play, 2nd and 4. So something we've not afraid to see. It's the third time we've seen it on the first play of the game. It's a quarterback sneak by Cooper
Sometimes
Warren.
you never know what the other team is going to do defensively. So you have that quarterback sneak in there just in case we can make adjustments after that.
Pro set formation. They'll motion Gossett across the line of scrimmage. Toss it to the right-hand side. It's Gray up to the 35.
Get outside!
Tackler to the 40 to the 45-yard line. It'll be a First National Bank first down. A 7-yard gain by Tyler Gray, and now NASCAR is being run on a quick play, no huddle offense by Brock. Two receivers, two running backs in the backfield. Bowman in shotgun will motion Cooper Warren across, making it an unbalanced line. He'll roll to the right side, throw across.
Good catch.
Good catch is caught by Cooper Warren on the catch. It's a pickup of 12 and a First National Bank first down. First National Bank is proud to support the Brock Eagles all the way to state. First National Bank of Weatherford, 817-598-4900, member FDIC. Bowman under center. Three running backs in the backfield. Unbalanced line to the right. Toss goes to the left-hand side to French up to the 35, the 40, back down to the 30, to the 28-yard line. A pickup of 14, still 3 plays in a row over 10 yards. That's 3 first downs in a row for Brock moving the ball.
Tristan Taylor, the center for Brock, was 12 and 14 yards downfield, still making plays. The senior, Tristan Taylor, the anchor of this offensive line.
3 running backs in the backfield. Bowman under center. Gray, Warren, and French. It will go to Warren across the 30 up to the 25 to the 20, and the turf monster gets him. That still will be another first down as he gets all the way to the 19, and that will be the 4th first down in a row for Brock. Another First National Bank first down, and Mineola will have to take a timeout. Their boys are gassed. So early here, Brock getting some momentum going. We'll take a Texas Butane timeout, bring it right back. 6:36 remaining in the first quarter, knotted up at 0.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Back at the Gopher Warrior Bowl in Grand Prairie, Texas, 6:36 remaining here in the Texas Butane first quarter. Brock and Mineola knotted up at 0. Mineola had to take a timeout as they've given up 4 first downs in a row. Brock driving now on the Mineola 19-yard line inside the red zone.
The only first down that they didn't get was on that quarterback sneak. Every other play has been for a first down.
Bowman under center, 2 running backs in the backfield. It will go toss right to Gray to the 20 up
there
to
he
the
is.
15-yard line, lowers his head and bulldozers a man. Tackle finally made by number 10, the corner. That is Hampton. but a good pickup. It's going to be a pickup of 6 on the play. Will bring up 2nd down and 4.
This is exactly what we were hoping for, is that Brock's offense would be able to work down the field against the Mineola defense. We knew the offense for Mineola, defense for Brock was going to be tough. This is where Brock was hoping to make an impact.
Bowman shotgun formation, Gray and French to the right. They'll give it to on the end around over to the 10, cuts up down to the going to be marked down at the 7-yard line. Another First National Bank first down. That was Trent Corcoran on the end around. That's a big kid, probably one of the best looking athletes Brock has. He'll take over the quarterback position for the graduating Bowman next year. Bowman under center, going to snap, toss right. It's Gray under pressure, and that's going to be blown dead. The right side of the line got a quick start, so it will still be 1st and goal, but it will be backed up to the 12-yard line.
A little motion, that's the things you can't do against good teams. Can't have those drive killer plays. The good news is they're down there around the 12 or 13-yard line. The bad news is they were even closer than that a while ago. Now they're backed up to the 12. They were down at the 7.
5:43 remaining here in the first quarter. Brock driving down. It will be a ace formation. Now they'll bring Gossett in motion. He's in the backfield. Toss up the middle to Gray, but jumps over a man, but only gets back down to the 10. It will be a pickup of 2, 3rd and goal from the 10-yard line.
9th play of the drive coming up, 2nd and goal.
The defense for Mineola is on the defensive line: Sanchez, Tenor, Robles, and Gogan. The corners, Hampton and Sneed. Linebackers, Stanford, Drennan. Safeties, London and Sorensen. Motion Brock, they will roll to the right-hand side. Bowman looking to throw, got a man, and he overthrew him. It was a motioning Cooper Warren, had him in the back of the end zone. A good throw to where the defender couldn't make an interception, but was unable to get on the outstretches. So 4th and goal, and we'll see right quick if Coach Worrell rolls the dice or gives the good Bryce Knight kicker option to put points on the board.
You know, he trusts that defense, but right there you had 2 receivers flooding the zone. The decision was made to throw it to the outside receiver. If he could have pumped the ball out to Cooper Warren and thrown it back inside to Corcoran, it was there. Or he pumped inside and throw it back to Cooper outside, it was there. Either way, 4th down.
They're going for it. It's going to be 4th and goal. They'll bring Cooper Warren in motion. Going to roll that side. Looks like the same play. Going to throw in the back of the end zone, and he overshot it. It's going to be a turnover on downs.
Wait,
Nobody.
hold on. Did they give him that last play, or are they switching out?
Nobody. It was 4th down, so it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yep.
Bowman, with nobody to throw to, threw it out of the end zone, and Mineola answers with a... Oh, I'm sorry.
This is 4th? Yeah,
okay.
This is 4th down. When they had that penalty a while ago, it was still 1st down.
Thank gosh we got the clock guys up here to tell us what we're doing wrong. If we didn't, I'd look even dumber than I already do. Now we'll try for a 4th down. It is going to be a 26-yard field goal. Snap down. Nye kicks it. It is waiting for the signal.
Right down
up
the pipe.
And good. So with 4:48 remaining here in the first quarter, Brock leads Mineola 3-0. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Back at the Gopher Warrior Bowl in Grand Prairie, Texas, it is 3-0. Brock leads Mineola with 4:48 remaining in the first quarter as Bryce and I knocked through a 26-yard field goal. I'd like to remind you our title sponsor tonight is Lightfoot Mechanical Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. Lightfoot Mechanical has been family owned and operated for more than 30 years. Call 817-596-0309. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys. Bryce and I getting set for the Teskey Saddle Shop kick. Eric, real quick, what'd you see?
Well, Jake, I noticed that number 50, Austin Anderson, is playing defensive tackle that last series. Maybe that'll slow him down on offense this next time.
It's going to be kick, good kick, caught at the 5-yard line, up to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, 25, 30. Good tackle made. Patino going to knock him down, and that was number 10, Courtney Hampton, the 5'9", 160 junior on the return. He looks pretty dangerous, so we're going to watch him on these kickoffs. We hope we get a bunch of them.
There's no shortness of speed on that Mineola team. If anybody doesn't know, they won the sprint relay last year at state, so they have some pretty fast people out in East Texas.
1st and 10, ball on the 30-yard line, right hash going from left to right. Crawford stands in the backfield with right to his right-hand side. They're going to fake the give. It's kept. Crawford all in trouble and wrapped up. He's going to lose 5 on the play. And first time we get to call his name tonight, he's going to have to come off because his helmet fell off. But that's the all-district and now all-state defensive player of the year for 3A, and that's Zane Young.
And Little Page is coming in for him for this play. Look for Little Page to get in there and make a tackle.
Loss of 4 on the play, backs it up to the 26-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 14 on the left hash.
Brock is doing something. Coach Worrell's having the Brock defensive linemen do something to disrupt that blocking scheme that Mineola's doing. And if they can keep that up all night, we're going to be very happy at the end.
2 tight ends to the right-hand side. Crawford going to fake the give right up the middle. He's going to break through past the 30-yard line to the 31. He'll pick up his 4 that he lost. And it looks like about another one would be a gain of 5. Bring up 3rd down gain of 6. Well, now we go back.
Yeah, I talked to the guys in the press box earlier, some of the writers, the Texas sports writers, people that are here, and they were saying the thing that Mineola does and has done throughout this season is 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 1s. So far, they haven't been able to do that. Now they've got a 3rd and 9 coming up.
Mineola will overload the left-hand side. Anderson, the only left tackle available to the right. They'll fake the give, bootleg the right-hand side. Crawford all day to throw. Will throw in a drop catch. He was covered by number 7 for the defense. Tyler Skelton was right on him. Heck of a play. That's going to bring up 4th down, and you're probably looking at a punt.
Yeah, right there, the number 11 came out of the backfield. The coach's son, Drennan, came out of the backfield, did what I call an option route or a pivot route, where he runs up the field, then spins inside, goes back to the outside. He thought he was going to have separation, but Teal was right there on him. The quarterback couldn't get it to him. He went to his second read downfield. It was by the time he decided to throw it there, it was too late, and he was too close to sidelines. Incomplete pass, 4th down.
Corcoran and French will stand on their own 35-yard line after the Envy Day defensive stop. It is a punt, another punt, fair catch called at the 35. French catches it, good catch, and that's where we'll start. Coming off of a field goal, the last time they took the ball, they were stopped by a penalty flag offside, set them up on a 2nd down and goal, but it was long at about the 12-yard line. Brock looking to do some more damage as they had 5 first downs in a row last play.
Brock started out on the 29-yard line last time. This time they're on the 35-yard line. This field position isn't the best that we could hope for, but it's a lot better than being inside the 10 or 15-yard line.
It'll be on the left hash. Bowman under center, 2 running backs to the backfield. Gossett to the right. It will take Warren in motion. They will hand it off. French spins, but he's wrapped up, and he's not going to get but 1 on the play. Tackle made in the backfield by number 15, Cameron Sorson. That is the free safety come up.
As I noticed earlier, Austin Anderson, the big tackle, was in on defense a while ago. This time he's out. I bet Coach Worrell's going to take advantage of that. And that play right there that they ran was right over where Austin Anderson was before. They knew that he came out of the defensive tackle spot a couple of times during the game. They'll try to get him in later. But right now, Brock needs to take advantage when big number 50 is not on the field.
Bowman under center. It'll be a 2-back set in the backfield. Bowman going to bootleg to the left-hand side. Throw. It is going to be caught. What a catch. Great sliding catch by Titus Gossett coming from the right-hand side, running a drag route. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play all the way to the 49-yard line, a First National Bank 1st and 10.
Another hurry-up play. Brock's back on the line of scrimmage.
Bowman under center. 2 running backs in the backfield, overloaded to the right-hand side. They'll go that direction with Gray on the toss. Breaks a tackler up to the 15, bounces off another one, and he picks up 3 on the play will bring up 2nd and 7 with 1:55 remaining here in the Texas Butane first quarter. Brock leads 3-0.
Obviously, Mineola has watched the shallow water game from last week. They noticed when Bowman, most of the time Bowman will spin out the opposite way and toss it the other way. They send those linebackers immediately to the V and get that other side, get there quick, and that's what happened on the last play.
Bowman in shotgun, going to bring Warren in motion. It'll be 2 receivers to the left, nobody to the right. Bowman going to tuck it and run after being flushed out of the pocket. He will pick up 1 on the play. It'll bring down 3rd down and 6. So Brock not able to move the ball as much as they'd like to. This Mineola defense is ready for them if they've only given up 3 points here, which will look like the first quarter.
Yeah, they had a good drive going a while ago. They've already picked up 20-something yards this time, a few plays, and they can be right back. If they can get a first down right here and sustain a drive and ending up this first quarter.
Something you don't see very much. 2-by-2, 4 wideouts in the backfield. Bowman in shotgun, going to be a draw play to Gray.
Get upfield. Get outside now.
40-yard line, cuts back.
There it is.
Down to the 36-yard line. It's going to be a First National Bank first down. People were complaining that they couldn't hear us on the broadcast. If you want to hear us now, my man down below me is fired up, and that's a good play. If you hear him yelling, something good is coming out, and Tyler Gray takes a draw play up for a first down.
They're going to try to get a play off. There's 23 seconds left on the play clock, 31 on the game clock. If they can get another play off right here just before the first quarter.
Bowman going to toss to the right-hand side. It's French. Got blockers going to be outside to the 35, down to the 30-yard line, driving forward. Heck of a job by Letty French. He's going to be close to the first down. I thought he was out of bounds, but they're going to roll the clock down to the 9 seconds, 7 seconds, and they will let it run out. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. The Texas Butane first quarter ends with Brock leading 3-0 against number 1 Mineola. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Back here at the Gopher Warrior Bowl in Grand Prairie, Texas, Brock leads Mineola 3-0 after 1 quarter. The second quarter is brought to you by Teskey's Saddle Shop. Teskey's has one of the most extensive case knife selections in the state of Texas, as well as a large selection of Yeti coolers and the hard-to-find Yeti insulated Rambler cups. Great for a Christmas stocking gift. Teskey's Saddle Shop is a proud sponsor of Brock Eagle football. Visit Teskey's, located west of Weatherford on Dennis Road exit, or call 817-599-3400. Real quick, as Brock takes over going left or right now with a 2nd and 1, Eric, what did you see in the first quarter that you liked?
Well, I like the fact that Mineola has a total of 8 yards of offense right now.
Wow.
Brock has 60 in the first drive. They've already got another 60, and it looks like 30 in this drive.
2nd and 1, ball on the 27-yard line. They got to get to the 26. Bowman under center, going to bring Warren in motion. Fake the give, not going to throw the pop, and it was incomplete. Great coverage on the play by number 15, the free safety Sorensen. As Titus Gossett tried to make a catch, it would have picked up the first down. So you go big there because on short yardage, and now with 3rd and 1, you got plenty of weapons to choose from to complete it.
They've run that pop play a couple of times this year. Normally it works. The free safety over the top was right there to break it up.
Great play by Sorensen. They're going to bring Gossett in motion. It will be overloaded to the right-hand side. Toss up the middle to Gray. He'll get the first down and more. Down to the 23-yard line. It'll be a First National Bank first down. It'll be spotted at the 24.
Tyler Gray came to play football today. The offensive line for Brock came to play football today. They knew the odds were going to be against them with these big boys that they have at Mineola. They've brought Anderson back in at the defensive line. He's got his hands on his hips already at the beginning of the second quarter.
Be 1st and 10. 3 running backs in the backfield along with Warren, Gossett, and Corcoran on the left-hand side. It'll go to Gray. Sidesteps a man, cuts up down to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8.
If Brock offense can continue to get positive yardage, just 2 here, 3 there, they know about every third play they're going to break one for 4 or 5 yards. That Coach Jones is calling those offensive plays based on what he sees out there, and he may be running a play right now for the third quarter. He may be running a play in a few seconds that he's going to use again in the fourth quarter. He's seeing what's going on, and he's taking advantage of it maybe later on in the game.
Bowman in the shotgun formation, Gray and Corcoran to the right-hand side. Busted play. Bowman going to keep it, and he's going to be tackled by number 54, Tenner. That is going to be a pickup. It looks like 3. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5.
Another positive yardage play. We've seen those broken plays a couple of times this year, and it has been good news and bad news on the broken plays.
Drayson Tenner, the big 5'10", 220-pound defensive tackle, got a gift. He didn't even know that Bowman's about to run in his big grasp. Trips clustered to the right-hand side. 3 receivers that way. Bowman will roll his direction all day to throw. Now looking, caught to the 15 and tucks his way out of bounds to the
It's right on it. He's giving it to him.
11-yard line. It's going to be a First National Bank first down. Smart decision by a 4-year letterman. And Seth Bowman didn't have anywhere to throw to, so he tucks it, picks up the first down, lives to play another down.
He had a few guys, and they were open for a split second. Titus was there. It would have been a tough spot to put the ball in, but he had nobody outside. He made a good decision, picking up another first down, Brock Eagles.
3 running backs in the backfield. Gossett to the right-hand side into the boundary. Corcoran lone wide out to the right-hand side. It'll be a toss to French. He will pick up, it looks like 4 on the play, takes it all the way down to the 8-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 6. Brock can pick up a first down at about the 1-yard line.
Because of that 3-headed monster, when they fake to Titus or fake to Tyler and hand the ball to Letty, or hand the ball to Letty and fake to Tyler, those type of plays put pressure on that defensive front, decide which way they're going to go, because they got to make the decision right now. Titus is coming out, get some water, and they noticed that whenever Tyler is going to the right, 3 or 4 of them got to go to the right. When Letty's going to the left, 3 or 4 of them got to go to the left. And right now, Brock's calling a timeout here with 9:55 left in the second quarter.
Timeouts are brought to you by Texas Butane, and company will take one as well. 9:55 remaining here in the second quarter. Brock still leads Mineola 3-0.
Over 2,000 saddles, Teskey's is your #1 source for equestrian needs. Along with the latest fashions in the boutique, we have over 100,000 square feet of saddles, tack, feed, and more. As one of the most trusted names in the horse industry, we can guarantee that you'll find the product you need at the quality you expect at a great price. And now we carry firearms, both used and new, along with ammo and gear. Teskey's, your one-stop shop from hat to hoof.
Back here at the Gopher Warrior Bowl in Grand Prairie, Texas, Brock leads Mineola 3-0. Update on the second semifinal game. Cameron Yo in the second quarter leads Mathis 14-0. Cameron Yo chasing their 4th consecutive state championship game. And one of these 2 teams is going to have the opportunity to meet them next Thursday night at 7:30 in Reliant Stadium in Houston, Texas. But they got to take care of business first. Brock's going to have 2nd and 6, ball on the 8-yard line. Bowman under center, going to toss it right-hand side up to the 10 to the 5. And interest rates are getting lower as Guild Mortgage touchdown is completed off of a 8-yard run by Tyler Gray.
65-yard drive.
Guild Mortgage is a proud sponsor of Brock Eagle football. Call Jennifer Morris at 817-995-1156. Guild Mortgage has loan programs available, including conventional, FHA, USDA, VA, and even a down payment assist program. Don't let your credit stop you from calling them. Call 817-995-1156. Guild Mortgage is an equal housing lender, NLMS 3274. The Plains Capital Bank extra point was blocked, so it will stay 9-0. 9:49 remaining here in the Teskey Saddle Shop second quarter. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
With over 2,000 saddles, Teskey's is your #1 source for equestrian needs. Along with the latest fashions in the boutique, we have over 100,000 square feet of saddles, tack, feed, and more. As one of the most trusted names in the horse industry, we can guarantee that you'll find the product you need at the quality you expect at a great price. And now we carry firearms, both used and new, along with ammo and gear. Teskey's, your one-stop shop from hat to hoof.
Back in Grand Prairie, Texas, Brock capitalizes on a 8-yard touchdown run by Tyler Gray. They lead 9-0 over Mineola, 9:49 remaining here in the Teskey Saddle Shop second quarter. Getting set for the kickoff. Eric, let's recap that drive.
That drive may have been the punch in the mouth that Brock's been looking for right there. 13 plays, 65 yards. They had 2 passes, and 65 yards plus the 60 yards they already have. They're at 125 yards. Mineola's at 10 total offensive yards right now.
Against a really good offense. Bryce Nye set for the Teskey Saddle Shop kickoff. It will be Hampton, and it looks like that is Drennan back to receive the kick. Nye kicks it. Another good kick will be fielded at about the 11. It'll be to Hampton up to the 15, the 20, and 25-yard line, and look out. Great tackle on the play. I believe that's
Matthew
number
Gray.
32. That is little brother Matthew Gray. So we had a big hit last week from little brother of Zane Young for Zach, and the Gray little brother makes a heck of a tackle, and it's going to be down at the 26-yard line, 1st and 10.
There's some guys that are getting an opportunity to play on the kickoff coverage that were not on the varsity earlier this year, and they've been pulled up. There's a few of them, Zach Young, Matthew Gray, and they've been an integral part of that kickoff coverage so far.
1st and 10, ball on the 26-yard line. Crawford will come out with Devontae to his right-hand side. 2 tight ends in the play. They will option go to Devontae. That's a new running back. That is number 9, Chance Perkins, 5'7", 165-pound running back. The junior takes it. It's going to be a loss of 1 on the play. Didn't get the tackle number.
It was Zach Young, of course, number 17. Zach's been pumped up all week, ready for this game.
Of course, Zach Young's got to change, or Zane Young's got to be in there in the mix as well, and he's a fired-up individual. This is a guy that has worked extremely hard to get to where he is, fighting injury with a bulged disc and still playing hard as ever. It will be no gain on the play, 2nd and 10, 3 receivers to the right-hand side, 1 to the left. Option will keep it is Crawford up to the, going to be tackled after a gain of 3 on the play, bring it up to the 29-yard line, and Crawford frustrated as that's only going to get him to 13 yards total offense.
When you're an offensive lineman and you're an anchor of an offensive line, one of the things you do is based on the defensive line set, you will make offensive line blocking scheme calls to your other offensive line mates. And when the quarterback says down, the offensive line will make some kind of line call based on the setup that the defense is doing. Right there, after they made the line call, the defensive line for Brock shifted over and messed up the blocking scheme for Mineola.
3rd down and 7. Mineola will bring wide receiver in motion, trips to the right-hand side. Crawford rolls that direction all day to throw. It's going to be caught and will step out of bounds. There'll be a pickup of 9 on the play, caught by Frankie Meeson. The wide receiver, 6'2", 170 junior, was wide open over there by himself. Ball going to be spot down at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10 with 8 minutes remaining here before halftime. Brock still leads 9-0.
Throwing the ball is not what Mineola came here to do. They had 550 yards of rushing offense last week, not much passing. They are not finding anything in their rushing game so far. They're having to throw the ball to get yardage.
Crawford in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right-hand side. Option keeper is Crawford. He's bottled up. First man to get to him is Devin Stentz. And then he was finished off on the play, and that was coming up from the, linebacker's position, Letty French. It will be no gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
It's funny to see between plays, you got 4 coaches for Mineola out almost to the numbers. You got 4 or 5 coaches for Brock almost out to the numbers. It's almost like we got 32 players out on the field with all the coaches and the refs and the players. It's interesting how many people can actually fit on the football field.
Crawford will jog from getting the play on his own sideline. It will be 2nd and 10. The blue and gold faithful on their feet. Mineola struggling to get any offense going. Crawford will keep it running right-hand side. Bottled up again. 17 again. Loss of 1 on the play, and that's Zane Young. And now Crawford, who we talked about earlier, gets very frustrated when he can't figure out what's going on. And he starts to try and do things himself, and it cost his team several turnovers. He's barking to the coaches as well. He gets really frustrated, and as a quarterback, you got to stay calm. You got 10 guys that are relying on you, and going in there and freaking out isn't going to help it. And you got 3rd and 11. You got to get all the way down to the 47-yard line.
When you're a leader on the team, your teammates need to know that you are in charge and under control, and Crawford is not looking like that right now.
Crawford going to roll to his right-hand side, turn under pressure, look out. It is wide open, going to be caught down at the 35 to the 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, and in will score for a touchdown. That is number 1, Aaron Stanford. Nope, excuse me. We'll get a number here in a second, but I guess they heard me talking about him. He's going to have a 64-yard touchdown pass. Crawford was under pressure through a great throw and a busted coverage by Brock. Hadn't seen much of those this year, and now Mineola on the board with 6 minutes remaining here before halftime as they trail Brock by 3 pending the extra point.
They saw that play Shallow Water ran last week for a pretty good-sized gain against Brock. But they did the play action. They brought the linebacker up. They brought the free safety up. And when they brought him up and made that pass, there was nobody there, and it was just a foot race for about 40 yards up the field.
The extra point is up and good, and with 6 minutes remaining here in the second quarter, Brock only leads now by 2, 9-7 over Mineola. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Back here in Grand Prairie, Texas, Mineola strikes on a 64-yard pass from Crawford to Drennan. I heard my partner below me say we can't run the ball, is what Crawford is saying to his coaches. Let me throw it, in a busted coverage by Brock. Has a Crawford hit a wide-open Michael Drennan as he takes it 64 yards. And Drennan is not small. He's 6'2", 180 pounds. So Kyle Teal must have seen a big white jersey run past him, or there was some confusion in that secondary.
I think Drennan's the coach's son, and that they said, let me throw it to the coach's son.
We're set for Willie. I'm going to butcher his name. I'm going to say Tanerjo is going to pooch kick it. It is fair caught at the 31-yard line. That's a great job by the upback. Number 12 on the play. That's Pike Langford. Does a good job, and that's where Brock will start on their own 28. Well, we've seen Brock be able to move the ball well. They scored points on their past 2 drives, a field goal on their second one, and a touchdown on their third drive. We have a flag on the play. It is a legal procedure. Be first down. They will not re-kick, and the ball will be moved up.
Whenever you're putting 10 guys on the line to stop the run, you can stop the run. But what happens is when you do that play action, that means you got some man-on-man coverage somewhere. If somebody doesn't cover their man, somebody can come wide open, and that's exactly what happened on that last play.
Ball's moved all the way up to the 34-yard line. That's where Bowman will start under center. Tight formation in the backfield. It will be a toss up the middle to Gray, 35 all the way down to the 39-yard line. Good pickup of 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5 after the First National Bank first down.
I was at the Teague-Cameron Yo game last week, and Teague made the decision that they were going to stop Trayon Smith from running the ball, and they were going to allow the quarterback from Cameron Yo to do whatever he wanted to, and that's exactly what he did.
Bowman under center, going to bring Warren in motion, snap the ball. They're going to fake the give, go to Gray, and he's bottled up in the backfield. He'll lose one on the play. Tackle made by number 2, Cortland Cinches. That's his defensive end position. Also in there as well is number 54. That's Tenner.
Throughout the year, they've been giving that jet sweep to Cooper Warren coming across the face of Seth Bowman. That time they faked the jet sweep to Cooper and hand the ball up to Tyler. I don't know if they picked up any yards. They may come back to that play later on and go ahead and give that ball to Cooper on the jet sweep.
Just under 5 minutes remaining here when the snap is. Bowman shotgun formation. Free play as an defensive line jumps off sides, going to throw, and it is going to be nearly intercepted. It wouldn't have mattered. He had a wide open Corcoran standing at about midfield, and he overshot him. Oh, they're not going to call it as a defensive illegal procedure. So that's going to be a wasted play by Brock. That'll bring up 4th down, so the punting unit will have to come out. I thought big number 54 Tenner crossed the line of scrimmage, but the officials say no. So Titus Gossett will have to kick it off, and waiting is at number 8, Jeremiah Crawford. No, I'm sorry, that's number 6, Noah Sneed. Gossett gets a big leg under it. It's a knuckleball kick. Hits at the 37, kicks back. Great kick. Going to be inside the 20, down at the 16-yard line. Good job by Titus Gossett. And the defense will take over. Remember, the second quarter is brought to you by Teskey's Saddle Shop. Teskey's is your one-stop shop for saddles, tech, vet supplies, clothing, feed, and hay. Their boot selection is the best in the area. Exclusive pairs of Anderson Beans, Rio Mercedes, and old-style Gringo boots to choose for the ladies. Visit Teskey's Saddle Shop off of Weatherford at Dennis Road exit. Call 817-599-3400. Crawford had a 64-yard touchdown pass his last try. He's now commanding them at the 16-yard line. Under center, going to give it to the right-hand side. Tackle made in the backfield. That's Patino. Great job by Tanner Patino as he tackles number 9, Chance Perkins, the running back. And we hadn't seen much of 5 getting carries on the ball. That's unusual. Devontae Wright has been a force to reckon with this year, but
sometimes when those quarterbacks get upset and they start yelling at their offensive linemen, as a quarterback, I know at some point those offensive linemen look back at you and say, you wanna block it yourself? You think you can do it? Hey, oh, by the way, here comes a lookout right behind you.
2nd and 12. Crawford stands in the backfield. Going to bring wide receiver in motion. They'll give it to him on the end around of the 10 to the 15 up to the 20, 15
Flag.
Down to the 30, the 35-yard line. And as you
Caden
heard
Fain
on
right
the radio, it's going to be a holding penalty, and that will negate the big run by number 10, Courtney Hampton. It'll back them up, spot of the foul.
He tackled Caden Fain, number 35. He's coming around that end. Caden makes good plays, usually getting outside, getting containment. But right there, he had a guy just tackling him all the way to the ground. The official, the line judge, was right there on it. He threw his flag. As a matter of fact, he couldn't get his flag out fast enough to throw it on the ground.
We'll wait for the spot. Mineola really struggling. They're going to have a 65-yard pass in the books, but other than that, it has been next to nothing as they're either getting holding penalties, illegal procedure, or Brock has had at least 5 tackles for loss that I can count, won by about 4 players.
Well, they have to know when they're running out wide that they're doing those holding plays right in front of the line judge. He's only about 3 yards from it.
Ace formation, 1 running back in the backfield. They're going to hand it to him. They're going to drop back and throw a play-action pass. Great catch, caught at the 40. Nobody, defender fell down to the 30, to the 20. 1 man to beat, 15 side steps and gets him, and he will score. That is number 12, Frankie Meeson, on the jump ball. A huge play is going to be about a 84-yard pass from Crawford to Meeson as the corner fell down for Brock. The coaches are pointing as if he stepped out of bounds when he sidestepped. I believe that was Kyle Teal who tried to make him a tackle. And they're going to say that he did step out of bounds. So it is not going to be a touchdown. It's still going to be a big pickup. It's going to be a pickup of 71 on the play. 1st down and 10, ball on the 12-yard line, and man, just big plays will hurt you bad this late in the season. And like we said earlier, if you've been listening, Crawford doesn't have, Mineola has nothing going on in the running game and the passing game after 2 big plays has put Brock back in a deep hole.
The one thing that you run into when you're running man coverage is you have to have good defensive backs on those receivers. Crawford, not known for being a passer, more of a thrower, just threw that ball up. Tyler Gray had good position. I'm not sure the guy didn't push him a little bit as he was going up for it, but he went up and caught it anyway, and there was just nobody around him. It was all he wanted to get. Kyle Teal, one of the faster guys on the team, got down there, at least made him make a move. And they're going to make him work for this touchdown if they're going to get it.
It's going to be a Wildcat offense in the backfield. It'll be Crawford. It's a low snap. He keeps it, pulls to the right-hand side, breaks 2 tackles, but will still fall down. And looks like no gain on the play, so next to nothing on another run as 3:30 remains here in the second quarter. Brock leads 9-7. Brock scored 9 unanswered points after their second drive was a field goal, 24 yards by Nye. Then they scored on an 8-yard run after stopping Mineola by 8 yards by Tyler Gray, and then Mineola answered with a big 64-yard pass from Crawford to Meeson, and now after another Meeson catch of 74 yards, Mineola is driving now with 2nd and 10, ball on the 12-yard line. Crawford will have a throw over in the corner of the end zone in a beautiful pass. If it stands as a touchdown, nope, they're saying that he bobbled it.
Okay, good.
Crawford threw a beautiful ball to Meacham, and it was a heck of a route run. He bottled the pass. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10. But now as Eric told him that he wasn't much of a passer, more as a runner, he threw a heck of a ball into the back of the end zone. And now Brock's secondary really has to tighten up as they're just going to try to overman us, as our corners and free safeties are not very big against these Mineola wideouts.
They're going 4 wide. That means they're going to run.
3rd down and 10. 2 receivers either side going to fake the give. It is a run.
Titus.
And Titus Gossett wraps up Crawford in the backfield. He'll lose 1 on the play. It'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the kicking unit. So after a 71-yard pass from Crawford to Meacham when the corner for Brock fell down, Brock does a great job stopping them short, and now they'll have to kick a 28 yard.
This guy was kicking them from 50 earlier in pregame.
He's got the wind against him. Snap down, it's kick.
Get right. Yes.
And he pushed it to the right-hand side, had the leg room, but Brock steps up. 2:10 remaining here before halftime. Brock leads 9-7 over Mineola. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
With over 2,000 saddles, Teskey's is your #1 source for equestrian needs. Along with the latest fashions in the boutique, we have over 100,000 square feet of saddles, tack, feed, and more. As one of the most trusted names in the horse industry, we can guarantee that you'll find the product you need at the quality you expect at a great price. And now we carry firearms, both used and new, along with ammo and gear. Teskey's, your one-stop shop from hat to hoof.
Out of the timeout, it's going to be a quick pass
from
Bowman to center. It's a reverse.
They didn't call it.
Look
no
out.
Call.
It's French. He breaks a tackle. Huge block to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. If it stands, it's a 80-yard touchdown run by Letty French. Flag on the play
There's
back.
A flag that's close to the line of scrimmage. They didn't call what could have been a clipping call over here. There's no way that guy threw that flag on this play over here. So they're going to call something. There is a flag somewhere, and they're bringing it back.
Bowman shaking up. Cooper Warren decleated a man down. So we've got flags and injured players. We're going to take time to sort it all out. If it stands, it'll be an 80-yard. It was a trick play. It should have been a pass to the right-hand side to French, and he planted his feet and ran all the way around to the left-hand side in another direction. It will be a legal block in the back. Bowman shaking up, but he's going to tough it out. So a big penalty by Brock hurts them, and they'll march it back. It'll be 2nd down and 20, ball on the 10-yard line.
That looked like it was just a normal slip screen to Cooper Warren, but he came all the way around to the complete other side, got a few blocks. Of course, one of them was a little block in the back. Now it's going to be timeout, Mineola.
Mineola will take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 1:52 remaining. Brock negates an 80-yard run by French, but they still lead 9-7 over Mineola in the second quarter. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
For over 30 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has provided prompt, professional, and friendly service to residential and commercial customers throughout the Weatherford and Fort Worth region. We specialize in air conditioning, heating, and plumbing services, from installations to repairs and preventative maintenance. Quality, customer satisfaction, and integrity are our top priorities. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys.
Back here at Grand Prairie, Texas, at the Gopher Warrior Bowl, Brock leads Mineola 9-7 with 1:52 remaining here in the second quarter. We got a close ball game across the street. Cameron Yo is running away with it. Second quarter, they lead Mathis 28-0. So Cameron Yo trying to punch a ticket for the fourth consecutive time, making it to the state championship. Brock and Mineola still got a little more work to do. It'll be first and 20 after the legal block in the back. Bowman will roll to his right, now throw. Corcoran, great catch, jumps up. It will be a pickup of 5 on the play, bring up second down and 15.
It looked like they were trying to run the hook and lateral play that you see sometimes. They threw the quick curl, and Lady French was coming around the side. He almost had it to where he could hand it off to him, but he noticed that there were 3 other Mineola guys right there. He held it, made a good decision, just fell down. It's still second and 15.
1:28 and counting here in the second quarter. Second down and 15. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining. Bowman tossed right-hand side will go up to the 15 to the 20. Cuts back.
Get through, Tyler. Come on.
Tyler Gray to the 25 and knocked that about at the 27-yard line, and some pushing and shoving going on. If you've ever watched college football, this stadium is set up kind of like Stillwater at Oklahoma State. You've got the bench where the players are, and then about a foot is the first row of the stands. So there's not much room to give when an opponent comes on another guy's sideline. There's almost some pushing and shoving that goes automatically.
There's no track on the inside part of the stadium, so the stands are right up on the sidelines.
3rd and 4, Bowman under center. Zane Young checks in the ball game. He'll
Get a
block
first down.
for Gray, who trumps up, spins
Yes.
off a tackle, and with second effort will pick up a First National Bank first down.
That is a big first down right there, getting them out of a hole inside the 20. Now getting a first down. They're outside the 30, heading toward the other end. They got less than a minute to go in the game, and then first half.
9-7, clock running. It'll be under 50 seconds. Play clock at 19. Shotgun formation. Bowman with 2 wide receivers to the right. They'll bring Zane Young in motion. Fake it to him on a give around. I'm going to turn and throw deep. He's underthrown. Thank goodness that number 6, Noah Sneed, the corner, who was dead beat by Trent Corcoran on the fly route, didn't see it, because if he turns around, he picks it off and he scores the other direction. That'll stop the clock. 2nd and 10, 37 seconds remaining.
That's one of the plays that you don't see very often, where Brock underthrows the ball. Trent has to know how to make that play turn into a pass interference. The way you do that is you work back through the defender, and Trent just try to give him a shoulder.
Bowman will hand it off to Gray as he makes his way for a 5-yard pickup. 30 seconds remaining, and Mineola not trying to call timeout, as it will be 3rd and 5, and just as I say they won't, they will. So with 29 seconds remaining here in the first half, Brock leads Mineola 9-7. Brock driving, but they'll have to complete at 3rd down and 5. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
With over 2,000 saddles, Teskey's is your #1 source for equestrian needs. Along with the latest fashions in the boutique, we have over 100,000 square feet of saddles, tack, feed, and more. As one of the most trusted names in the horse industry, we can guarantee that you'll find the product you need at the quality you expect at a great price. And now we carry firearms, both used and new, along with ammo and gear. Teskey's, your one-stop shop from hat to hoof.
Back to Grand Prairie at the Gopher Warrior Bowl. 30 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Brock leads Mineola 9-7. Second quarter brought to you by Teskey's Saddle Shop. The new gun store is just open and in time for hunting season. Over 1,000 new and used guns and the largest ammo selection in the area. Brands like Colt, Browning, and Winchester. Teskey's is sure to have what you need. Located off I-20 west of Weatherford on the Dennis Road exit. Call 817-599-3400. Brock's got to complete a 3rd and 5. 3 receivers right-hand side. Bowman under pressure, going to roll to his right. Now tucking and run. He's going to be tackled in the backfield. It is about, they're going to give him 1 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Clock running. Mineola does not call timeout, surprisingly, because they have gutted Brock on the pass play. And that looks like that'll be the end of halftime. I don't want to say anything yet.
Last week, Brock scored on that last play of that second quarter. But, boys, we have got a game here.
After 2, it's Brock 9, Mineola 7. We'll be set for the Hiley Mazda and Volkswagen of Arlington halftime show. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
For over 30 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has provided prompt, professional, and friendly service to residential and commercial customers throughout the Weatherford and Fort Worth region. We specialize in air conditioning, heating, and plumbing services, from installations to repairs and preventative maintenance. Quality, customer satisfaction, and integrity are our top priorities. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys.
With over 2,000 saddles, Teskey's is your #1 source for equestrian needs. Along with the latest fashions in the boutique, we have over 100,000 square feet of saddles, tack, feed, and more. As one of the most trusted names in the horse industry, we can guarantee that you'll find the product you need at the quality you expect at a great price. And now we carry firearms, both used and new, along with ammo and gear. Teskey's, your one-stop shop from hat to hoof.
Hello, my name is Gary Lightfoot. I'm the President and CEO of Lightfoot Mechanical. A couple things you might like to know about Lightfoot Mechanical is we're family owned and operated and been serving North Texas for over 30 years. There are three main things that I would like for you to know about Lightfoot Mechanical. Is number one is we try to hire, retain, and train the best people in the industry, bar none. From our service technicians to our comfort consultants to our office people, they're going to be the best, and they're going to be the best well trained. You can guarantee that. Number two is that we try to provide you with the ultimate customer service experience. From our technicians, when they enter your home, they will put on shoe covers and respect your property. You will receive a courtesy call when a technician is on the way to let them know they're about to come to your home. The final thing, we do business with honesty, integrity in everything that we do. It's ingrained in our family as part of our company culture, and you can count on that. I would invite you to go by our website. We have over 150 current customer reviews, so you can read for yourself how we've done. Thank you.
With over 2,000 saddles, Teskey's is your #1 source for equestrian needs. Along with the latest fashions in the boutique, we have over 100,000 square feet of saddles, tack, feed, and more. As one of the most trusted names in the horse industry, we can guarantee that you'll find the product you need at the quality you expect at a great price. And now we carry firearms, both used and new, along with ammo and gear. Teskey's, your one-stop shop from hat to hoof.
Over 30 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has provided prompt, professional, and friendly service to residential and commercial customers throughout the Weatherford and Fort Worth region. We specialize in air conditioning, heating, and plumbing services, from installations to repairs and preventative maintenance. Quality, customer satisfaction, and integrity are our top priorities. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
With over 2,000 saddles, Teskey's is your #1 source for equestrian needs. Along with the latest fashions in the boutique, we have over 100,000 square feet of saddles, tack, feed, and more. As one of the most trusted names in the horse industry, we can guarantee that you'll find the product you need at the quality you expect at a great price. And now we carry firearms, both used and new, along with ammo and gear. Teskey's, your one-stop shop from hat to hoof.
Lightfoot Mechanical, air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and spray foam insulation is family owned and operated and has been serving North Texas for more than 30 years. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys. When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Back here at the Gopher Warrior Bowl in Grand Prairie, Texas, it is the Heidley Mazda and Volkswagen of Arlington halftime show located off of Collins and I-20 in Arlington, Texas. Heidley Mazda and Volkswagen of Arlington is announcing their sign and drive event as well as a clearance sale. Come in and pick out any new Mazda or Volkswagen and pay zero due at signing. Go down and visit Brock natives Mark Welch and Lee Merrill, or give them a call at 817-575-6000, or visit HeidleyMazdaVolkswagen.com. Heidley Mazda and Volkswagen of Arlington are proud sponsors of Brock Eagle football. Well, Eric, I'm so excited that everybody got to see the high-scoring game they were promised, as these two offenses that average almost 50 points apiece have scored 9 for Brock and 7 for Mineola. So if you took the over, I'm going to go ahead and let you know that you can go ahead and count that money as dead lost. Mineola, we talked about, unable to get anything going on the run game. They've had to go to the pass, and they've had two good ones, both from Crawford to Measham, both on third down and longs. 64-yard pass to put Mineola on the board for a touchdown, and then a 71-yard pass to get them down close inside the red zone. But Brock did a heck of a job forcing a field goal and then having the field goal kicker from Mineola miss it. So they keep the lead 9-7 after a botched extra point. But let's start with our offense, Brock's offense. We're averaging almost 57 points during the season and 70 for the postseason. What have we looked at and come up to against a good Mineola defense?
Well, Brock's offense got 500 yards of rushing last week, or 500 yards of offense last week. Mineola had over 500 yards of just rushing last week. Right now, Brock's already got 150 yards of total offense, around 150. My numbers aren't exactly right, but around 150 yards of total offense, a few pass plays, a few running plays. Mostly the run is where Brock is getting most of their yards. They've had a couple of sustained drives. They had a 13-play drive for a touchdown. They had a 10-play drive for a field goal. They had a couple other drives, that one at the end of the half and then one where they punted the ball. But they have put together some drives, 13 and 10-play drives, and they've scored points. They know they can do that now against the Mineola defense, and I look forward to them coming back out in the second half, starting out strong. I think they get the ball starting the second half, and if they can go down and drive, it'll help their psyche out a little bit.
We'll move over to the Mineola offense, a team that I know is frustrated. They only got 7 points on the board. Crawford is going to be really frustrated, the quarterback who really likes to be the game, kind of the X factor for that offense. But you look at a guy that gets frustrated on what happens during the ball game when he can't deliver a big run or be able to move the ball well. But I'll say this, they've got two good running backs in the backfield, in Wright and Perkins, and I think that Crawford has tried to pull the ball every single time on the option. Do you look at that as Brock is making Crawford take it, or is Crawford trying to do too much himself?
Well, Crawford has been known to try to keep the ball. He doesn't do a lot of reading on these zone reads. He's pretty much telling the running backs from the huddle, it's zone read right, I'm keeping it. Zone read left, I'm keeping it. And he's putting it in their belly for the mesh point just to make the other team think something, but he's keeping it pretty much every time. And because of that, Mineola, 550 yards of rushing offense last week, has a total of 10 yards of rushing offense in this first half. 10 yards. But throwing the ball, they've got 140 yards of passing on 2 plays, really, just on 2 plays. So they are getting very frustrated running the ball. They know that when they run that play action pass, that's when they've been getting their yards. They make the zone read mesh. He drops back just like we used to do in the Veer back in the 80s, and he throws that thing deep and just lets his man try to out-muscle the defensive back, and that's what's happened on those 2 long plays.
I want to talk about 2 things that have to do with that play. One, the first thing I want to talk about is how important it is for Brock to not give up big plays. It's important for any team. You're the Final Four left in the state to have a chance to go to the state championship. Cameron Yo already looking to punch their ticket. They leave 35-0 at halftime against Mathis. But if you're Brock and you don't give up these 2 big plays that create over 140 yards of offense, Mineola doesn't have but 50 maybe. And they're not even in this ball game right now. They're only going to be down 9, but still they're psyched out. They have nothing to do because this Brock defense is storming them. But when you go to what we've talked about all season long, you got to have a quarterback who can throw it. You got to have an O-line who can catch it, and can block, and you got to have a wide receiver can catch it. It's taken us 15 games to find a team that's able to pressure us.
Well, there's no question that Mineola has the offensive line to give him the time, and they have the receivers that can get downfield. The question was going to be, is he a good enough passer, an accurate enough passer, that he can be able to put the ball where it needed to be? And so far on the 2 passes, well, the last pass he threw that went down to the 10 where they ended up missing that field goal, that one he just threw up in the air, and he threw a good pass on that one. The one previous, The guy was so wide open, he just threw it, and the guy caught it and took off. But the offensive line is definitely giving him time. The quarterback is throwing the ball better than I think Brock thought he was going to. He's having to resort to throwing the ball because they sure haven't been able to run it so far. Where Brock made the mistake is sometimes as a defensive player, you get caught up in trying to help make a play, going here, going there, doing this, and you as one of the safeties, free safety, strong safety, whoever it might be, when you're in man coverage, you have to cover your man, and you have to trust your teammates that they are going to be able to do their job and be the safety person. And when they sent that zone read out and they did that play fake and the safety came up for Brock, there was nobody behind him, and that's when they threw that pass, and he was wide open. And I think Coach Worrell is talking to him about that right now. Trust your teammates, let them do their job, and you do your job.
Scores from around the area. Refugio leads Lovelady 24-21 at halftime. Good game, Albany versus Seagraves. It is a close one, 12-7 as they end the third quarter. Brenham over Munster 34-0, 6:35 remaining in the third quarter. Westlake 16-0 over the number 1 Allen Eagles heading into halftime. Lake Ridge all over Lido at halftime, 21-7. Vista Ridge trails George Ranch Longhorns 28-17 at halftime. Lone Star beating Lake Dallas 28-14 headed into halftime, in a great game, probably one of the better games to watch besides the one you're listening to is the Abilene, Wiley, and Argyle. That's a close one, 17. Wiley leads over Argyle's 14 at halftime. Carthage trails La Vega 20-3 at halftime. Salina and Gilmer knotted out at halftime, 21 apiece. Cameron Yo, like we said, all over Mathis, 35-0 at halftime. Idalou over Wascom, 10-7. East Bernard over Franklin, 7-0. Canadian over Crawford, 42-0 at halftime. And then some more games being played tomorrow. But got about 14 minutes left here in the Hiley Mazda halftime show. We're going to take a break, bring it right back to you. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
With over 2,000 saddles, Teskey's is your #1 source for equestrian needs. Along with the latest fashions in the boutique, we have over 100,000 square feet of saddles, tack, feed, and more. As one of the most trusted names in the horse industry, we can guarantee that you'll find the product you need at the quality you expect at a great price. And now we carry firearms, both used and new, along with ammo and gear. Teskey's, your one-stop shop from hat to hoof.
For over 30 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has provided prompt, professional, and friendly service to residential and commercial customers throughout the Weatherford and Fort Worth region. We specialize in air conditioning, heating, and plumbing services, from installations to repairs and preventative maintenance. Quality, customer satisfaction, and integrity are our top priorities. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Over 30 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has provided prompt, professional, and friendly service to residential and commercial customers throughout the Weatherford and Fort Worth region. We specialize in air conditioning, heating, and plumbing services, from installations to repairs and preventative maintenance. Quality, customer satisfaction, and integrity are our top priorities. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys.
With over 2,000 saddles, Teskey's is your #1 source for equestrian needs. Along with the latest fashions in the boutique, we have over 100,000 square feet of saddles, tack, feed, and more. As one of the most trusted names in the horse industry, we can guarantee that you'll find the product you need at the quality you expect at a great price. And now we carry firearms, both used and new, along with ammo and gear. Teskey's, your one-stop shop from hat to hoof.
Hello, my name is Gary Lightfoot. I'm the president and CEO of Lightfoot Mechanical. A couple things you might like to know about Lightfoot Mechanical is we're family owned and operated and been serving North Texas for over 30 years. The three main things that I would like for you to know about Lightfoot Mechanical is number one is we try to hire, retain, and train the best people in the industry, bar none. From our service technicians to our comfort consultants to our office people, they're going to be the best, and they're going to be the best well trained. You can guarantee that. Number two is that we try to provide you with the ultimate customer service experience. From our technicians, when they enter your home, they will put on shoe covers and respect your property. You will receive a courtesy call when a technician is on the way to let them know they're about to come to your home. The final thing, we do business with honesty, integrity in everything that we do. It's ingrained in our family as part of our company culture, and you can count on that. I would invite you to go by our website. We have over 150 current customer reviews, so you can read for yourself how we've done. Thank you.
Back at Grand Prairie, Texas at the Gopher Warrior Bowl, you're listening to the Hiley Mazda and Volkswagen of Arlington halftime show. Hiley Mazda and Volkswagen of Arlington carries a price match promise. Take your certificate from USAA, Sam's Club, Costco, State Farm, and many more into the dealership and receive the car you picked out for the price you were promised. And being the only Costco member that is certified Mazda dealer in the Metroplex, Hiley is giving Costco members an average of $3,200 off sticker. General Manager Mark Welch is a Brock native, and he will make you feel at home. Visit Mark off of I-20 in Collins in Arlington, or log on to HileyMazdaVolkswagen.com. You can also call them down at 817-575-6000. Hiley Mazda and Volkswagen of Arlington are proud sponsors of Brock Eagle football. About 8 minutes left at halftime. We go to our key three things, and I kick it over to Eric Morris. Eric, I'm going to start you off with the big plays.
Well, if it wasn't for those two big plays, Mineola would have less than 15 yards of total offense. They would have punted every time they had the ball. As it was, both teams ended up with 4 drives. Brock scored on 2 drives. Mineola scored on 1 drive. They missed the field goal on the other long play that they had. But Brock cannot give up those big plays. We talked about in the pregame show that Brock wants Mineola to have to drive down the field, a 10 or 15 play drive, something like that. Because when those kind of things happen, they're able to get an opportunity to put some extra hits on the quarterback. They'll be able to maybe get a fumble, a turnover of some type. But when they're giving up those long 60 and 70 and 80-yard plays, those things are just backbreakers. And you get up there and you play that line of scrimmage and you stop that run, and then sure enough, they fake it, throw it deep, and those just heartbreakers. You've got to keep from those long plays.
Number 2 is Brock, and that is what they're doing on offense is being negated by the big penalties.
The penalties that they had on the long run by Letty French was 80 yards up the sidelines. That play where they called the block in the back, he really didn't need to do that. He was already outside of him at that time. And a few offsides. There was 1 offsides. There was also a penalty that probably should have been called where the defensive nose guard jumped offsides. They thought they had a free play, but they didn't have. But in order to compete against a team like Mineola with the quality of offense that they have and the defense that they have to make sure that they play smart, disciplined football and stay away from the penalties, 5, 10, 15-yard penalties.
And the third and final thing, and that is what Brock is doing on offense. If you don't give up the big plays through the air, defense, if you don't give the big plays up through the air, you can stick to what you're doing and stopping the run. And that is what Brock has to do here going into the second half.
Sure, they've got to stop that run, and they have so far. Like I say, I'm telling you, it's less than 15 yards of rushing that Mineola has right now, and that's counting penalties. They still have less than 15 yards. Brock has done a real good job of penetrating inside there, of shifting in the defensive line front, making the offensive line make different calls, making that quarterback adjust. He's trying to keep the ball. He's hardly giving it at all to his running backs. And if they can keep them from rushing the ball, then they can just take their chances man on man. And Tyler Gray and Tyler Skelton and Letty French and Kyle Teal in the backfield or in the defensive backs have to be able to play man on man coverage and keep those receivers from catching the ball.
You're listening to the Hiley Mazda and Volkswagen of Arlington halftime show. If it stayed the score the way it is, Brock would punch their ticket to Reliant Stadium for next Thursday night's game for the 3A Division I state championship. They're most likely going to meet Cameron Yo, who was blanking Mathis 28-0 at halftime. Brock leads 9-7 over Mineola. We're moments away, about 5 minutes away from kickoff of the second half. We're going to take a break, let you listen to our sponsors, come back for the kickoff. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
With over 2,000 saddles, Teskey's is your #1 source for equestrian needs. Along with the latest fashions in the boutique, we have over 100,000 square feet of saddles, tack, feed, and more. As one of the most trusted names in the horse industry, we can guarantee that you'll find the product you need at the quality you expect at a great price. And now we carry firearms, both used and new, along with ammo and gear. Teskey's, your one-stop shop from hat to hoof.
For over 30 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has provided prompt, professional, and friendly service to residential and commercial customers throughout the Weatherford and Fort Worth region. We specialize in air conditioning, heating, and plumbing services, from installations to repairs and preventative maintenance. Quality, customer satisfaction, and integrity are our top priorities. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys.
With over 2,000 saddles, Teskey's is your #1 source for equestrian needs. Along with the latest fashions in the boutique, we have over 100,000 square feet of saddles, tack, feed, and more. As one of the most trusted names in the horse industry, we can guarantee that you'll find the product you need at the quality you expect at a great price. And now we carry firearms, both used and new, along with ammo and gear. Teskey's, your one-stop shop from hat to hoof.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
For over 30 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has provided prompt, professional, and friendly service to residential and commercial customers throughout the Weatherford and Fort Worth region. We specialize in air conditioning, heating, and plumbing services, from installations to repairs and preventative maintenance. Quality, customer satisfaction, and integrity are our top priorities. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys.
Back here at Grand Prairie, Texas at the Gopher Warrior Bowl, both teams are out of the locker rooms and in the tunnel. They'll be making their way shortly here to start the second half. Brock will receive after Mineola won the toss and took the ball in the first half. I'd like to let you know again, the halftime is brought to you by Hiley Mazda and Volkswagen of Arlington. Just about 2 minutes left. I'd like to take this time, Eric, I want you to comment on this. You and I have very easy jobs. We screw up, and all people do is just kind of make fun of us. But the guy that's been a third part of our team for the past 15 weeks, Harrison Pritchard, our engineer, he has to work harder than anybody. One, because he's got to stay in the same room as you and I for almost 3 hours. And two, if anything goes wrong, he's the one who has to fix it. So I think that I'd like to say for the start off, Harrison, we appreciate it. I know now after 15 weeks why you don't want to do this for a living, because it is extremely hard. And as much as you, Eric, and I rip you, we think you're a heck of a guy. Harrison is going to Texas Tech next year to study financial advising. And I asked the Bill Engvall, here's your sign. I said, well, what are you going to do with that? And he goes, well, hopefully become a financial advisor.
Well, the good news about Harrison is as long as he's here, we know we have at least one listener to our broadcast.
Yeah, that's a good thing because if it goes down, at least Harrison has to put up with us. Oh, man, the teams have entered out of the tunnel. They're going to get set. Brock's return team taking the field. Mineola will kick. They will start. Mineola will be guarding I believe that's going to be the north, and the wind blowing from the south has picked up. So Mineola will be against the wind. Brock will have it here for the third quarter, and then they'll switch sides. 9-7, Brock leads after they missed an extra point on a touchdown. Mineola got a big play from Crawford to Meacham on a 64-yard touchdown pass. And like we said at the halftime show, if you're just listening, Mineola cannot run the ball against this Brock. Was not able to run it against this Brock defense, but they've been able to pass it on big plays, and those are the only things that is hurting Brock. Set to kick off for the second half of the state semifinal game. Winner heads to Reliance Stadium to take on what was looking like Cameron Yo. Kick is a pooch kick. It will go to the right-hand side, fair caught at the 30, and that is Pike Langford, who does a heck of a job making that catch, and that's where Seth Bowman will start. The third quarter is brought to you by Hiley Mazda and Volkswagen of Arlington. Visit HileyMazdaVolkswagen.com or call 817-575-6000. If you want to visit them, ask for the Brock Eagle Special. General Manager Mark Welch and Sales Manager Lee Merrill are both Brock natives and will set you up off of I-20 in Collins in Arlington. Hiley Mazda and Volkswagen are proud sponsors of Brock Eagle football. Bowman comes out of the huddle. Three receivers. It will be in motion. They'll give it to French on the end around up to the 25 to the 30. Puts his foot down and will be tackled after a gain of 3. So we're trying to spread the ball out, and we've been doing it all the first half and continue on the first play of the second half, but we're not getting the yardage. Brock is not, and they're averaging about 3 on that play.
Well, the thing I was talking about earlier in that first half was some of the plays that Brock runs is they're setting up plays for later on in the game, and they're trying to see how the defense is going to adjust to their formation, their motion, and then they use that later on in the game. And I'm still saying right there they're using that for later in the game.
Bowman under center, going to motion again. Second time in a row, they're going to toss it to the right-hand side. That's Gray, and he's nowhere to go. That was a busted play because besides the free safeties of Mineola's defense made a tackle in the backfield over Gray. He'll lose 3 on the play. It'll bring up third down 11.
We talked about not wanting to have penalties. In essence, what we're saying is we don't want to have negative yardage. And right there, when you have a busted play and you get negative yardage, it's just as if you got a penalty. And we've got to make better decisions, be disciplined, run the plays like they're supposed to be run.
3rd and 10, they'll bring it back to the original line of scrimmage. Bowman in shotgun formation, French and Gray to his right-hand side. Snap, he'll roll out that way, under pressure, now going to throw across, caught by Corcoran. Great tackle, but it's going to be enough for the first down.
Yes.
Corcoran picks up 12 on the play. It was a heck of a tackle by Cortland Sanchez, the linebacker that is chasing him, 5'9", 165. He laid a blow, but Corcoran holds on, picks up a First National Bank first down. Bowman under center, going to snap, pitch up the middle, go to Gray up to the
1 move,
45,
hold the ball.
Loses the football, but it's recovered back by Titus Gossett, who has great eyes as he's able to jump back on the ball because it was out in the middle of nowhere, and thankfully he was able to get it. Shaking up on the play is Gray. He will jog off on the line, and check in is Zane Young. Gray being looked at the training staff. We'll let you know more about that when we can see more, but that's a huge blow if he is injured to where he cannot return.
You got Austin Anderson out there on defensive line again. Let's get him tired so he can't pull later on.
Bowman under center, 2 running backs in the backfield. Toss high to French up to the 45 to midfield. Back to the 45 now to the Mineola 40. That's a pickup of 10 on the play and a First National Bank first down. The growth of the Brock community starts at First National Bank of Weatherford. Let us make your new home dreams come true. First National Bank of Weatherford, 817-598-4900. Member FDIC. Toss to the right-hand side of French, cuts up to the 40 and down to the 37-yard line. There is a little bit of a Devin Stentz in the defensive tackle for Mineola. That's big number 54, Tenor. They're going at it, and I like to see it. That's in the trenches. It's where it starts, and they're having a little one-on-one to see who's better than the other.
I'm not sure I want to mess with Devin Stentz.
2nd and 6. 2 receivers to the right as well as 2 to the left. Shotgun formation. They'll bring Zane Young in motion. Fake the give. Bootleg that right-hand side. Throw caught.
Cut back.
At the 25-yard line is Titus Gossett on the drag route. As he came all the way from the left-hand side, he picks up 1st and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line for First National Bank, first down, and Tyler Gray back in the ball game.
Titus had a lot of extra running room, yards after catch right there if he wanted to get it. He caught it and just got out of bounds, didn't take a hit. He's in there for the next play. 1st and 10 from the 25, Brock Eagles.
The temperature is rising here even as we speak because the windows are fogging up, and I can't see to begin with. Bowman going to hand it off in the backfield, and it goes nowhere. His number 2, Cortland Sanchez for Mineola, comes up from his his defensive end position. He has just wreaked havoc on this offensive line for Brock. You usually don't see that. It's the other way around, but he's doing a heck of a job as he knocks down Tyler Gray, loss of 2.
One of the things you have to do at this level is you have to follow your blockers, and that didn't happen that time.
Everybody up on the line. Going to be tossed right to Gray up to the 25-yard line. Hurdles over a man and only picks up 1 on the play. It's going to bring up, it'll be 3, and it will bring up 3rd and 9. 8:05 remaining here in the third quarter. Brock leads 9-7 over Mineola.
Brock has 3 plays that they do to the left, 3 plays they do to the right on that tossing game. The one toss is they toss it straight back, the quarterback leads up the middle. Another one they toss, it comes inside the end, the quarterback leads. Those tosses, they're trying to get it out as wide as possible, as quick as possible, and get that edge.
Bowman under center, same formation, toss to French up to the 20. He drives his feet forward, will pick up good yardage, but it'll bring up 4th down as a flag flies, and that's going to be on Mineola, as there was nobody even close. If it's on Brock, it's a heck of a job by he shouted something all the way across the field because there was not a blue jersey in sight, but the back judge, launched a flag straight up in the air. We're waiting for the call.
No flag. They're not going to call a flag. They waved it off. They must be parked next to the Mineola parking lot over there, so they're not going to call anything 4th down.
When you throw a flag after the play is over, right in the middle of everything, and then wave it off, don't throw it to begin with because there's no reason for it to even be called then. It's going to be 4th down and 4. They got to get to the 15. Brock does. They're at the 19.
They like to throw on this play. If they can get that ball to Cooper Warren real quick, going outside, maybe in the flare, they can pick up a 1st down. 2
receivers left. Timeout going to be called, and now penalty flag. They're going to say that they got the timeout call. It's going to be a Texas Butane timeout. We'll take one as well. 7 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Brock leads Mineola 9-7 with a 4th down and 4 coming up.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Back in Grand Prairie, Texas, 4th down and 4 coming up for Brock. They're on the Mineola 19-yard line. They got to get to the 15. They took a timeout, and the offense is coming back on the field, so Bryce and I will have to wait. A little bit out of his range, Eric?
Yeah, it is a little bit out of the range. Just earlier when they threw that pass to Corcoran, he ran a little curl route, and he was open. They were able to do a little pitch and catch. That's the kind of play that they may run right here. They only need 5 yards. Corcoran's getting out to that left side with Cooper Warren. No timeouts used. Here we go.
4th down and 4. Cooper in motion, crosses the center, going to fake the
There
toss,
he is.
wide open, and is caught by Warren up to the 10, to the
Cut
5,
one. Cut back.
sidesteps, underneath, reaches, and walks into the end zone for a Guild Mortgage touchdown. Your interest rates just got lower, so they capitalize on the 4th down and 4. They pick up 19 on the Cooper Warren on the drag route, walks into the end zone, and that's what you got to do is score coming out of your opening possession.
That's exactly the play I was talking about, that little flare route to get it out to Cooper Warren. They get it to him quick. He's the fastest guy on our team. He put a couple of moves, jig right, jig left, caught up there in the middle, jumped over the end zone, touchdown, Brock Eagles, big play.
Set for the Bryce Nye Plains Capital Bank extra point. Snap is down. Nye kicks it right down the middle this time. Plains Capital Bank extra point. Plains Capital Bank has 2 locations in Parker County, 1001 Santa Fe Drive in Weatherford and 126 South Ranch House Road, Suite 400 in Willow Park. Call 817-598-5400. Plains Capital Bank is a proud sponsor of Brock Eagle football. 6:50 remaining here in the third quarter. Brock leads 16-7. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
With over 2,000 saddles, Teskey's is your #1 source for equestrian needs. Along with the latest fashions in the boutique, we have over 100,000 square feet of saddles, tack, feed, and more. As one of the most trusted names in the horse industry, we can guarantee that you'll find the product you need at the quality you expect at a great price. And now we carry firearms, both used and new, along with ammo and gear. Teskey's, your one-stop shop from hat to hoof.
Believe me.
Back here in Grand Prairie at the Gopher Warrior Bowl, Brock comes out on their opening possession for the second half and marches it all the way down to the 19-yard line where Bowman hit Cooper Warren on 4th down and 4 as he hustled his way into the end zone to make it a 9-point lead, 16-7. Bryce Nye is set for the Teskey Saddle Shop kickoff. It will be Perkins and Hampton set back to receive.
Bowman loves to throw that ball to Cooper Warren, a little security blanket.
Nye kicks it off, short kick, going to be fielded by Hampton at the 25. He outran his blocker, so he has to retreat, and there is Brock to get him.
Get the ball.
Teal makes a great tackle. Hampton came up with a full head of steam and caught the ball, and his wedge hadn't set yet, so he had to retreat, and they dodged a bullet after a very short kick. They're going to take over 1st and 10, ball on the 28-yard line, moving from north to south.
Sometimes a ball kicks like that, it hits the runner as he's coming up, hits him in the shoulder pads, it gets on him too quick, and it pops off. That time he was able to make a catch.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Crawford in the backfield by himself. It's going to be a draw all the way. Going to be met in the backfield. Going to be pickup of 1. Letty French on the tackle. Crawford is barking at his offensive line, but, you know, when you put 9 guys in the box and you're only going to try and block them with 5 as a quarterback, I don't know how you can get upset. That's just a bad play call.
Well, Crawford can't be 5'6", 5'7". I'm sure he's really fast, but he's looking at those big 6'5", 300-pound guys like, boys, can you do something?
Crawford going to go under center. It will be Hampton in the backfield. 2 wide receivers into the boundary. It will be a bootleg right-hand side under pressure. Got to get rid of it. It's batted down.
Patino,
all, let's say, 5'8", 150-pound sophomore, knocks it down. Big plays. They had a wide receiver wide open, and they're going back to the passing game. They'll have to do it again here, 3rd and 9, but Mineola is trying to find how to get their guys open, either long or short, and making man miss for Brock.
When you're a quarterback and you run that naked bootleg, the last thing you want to see is somebody coming at you out there with no blocking, and that's exactly what happened. Patino was there. He tried to get rid of it. Patino jumped up, blocked it right back in his face.
Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right, shotgun formation, running back in the backfield. Quick throw, going to throw out of the right-hand side. It's Meacham, puts his hand down. He's going to be short of a first down. He's going to be close to a first down. We're going to have to get a measurement here. So
nope, they're blocking him. They're marking him short.
Oh, wow. They didn't get a very favorable spot. That's an easy close. They push him back about a yard. It'll bring up 4th down and 1. 5:35 remaining here in the third quarter and counting. 16-7. Brock leads Mineola, and timeout going to be taken. And it's going to go towards Mineola. It's a Texas Butane timeout. We'll take one as well. 5:28 remaining. Brock leads Mineola 17-6 for a shot at Reliant for the state championship. You're looking at Brock football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
For over 30 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has provided prompt, professional, and friendly service to residential and commercial customers throughout the Weatherford and Fort Worth region. We specialize in air conditioning, heating, and plumbing services, from installations to repairs and preventative maintenance. Quality, customer satisfaction, and integrity are our top priorities. Lightfoot Mechanical. We're the good guys.
Back here at Grand Prairie, Texas at the Gopher Warrior Bowl, Brock leads 16-7 over Mineola. Mineola took a timeout to think about a 4th down and 1, and on their own 37-yard line, they're gearing up to go for it.
How about a quarterback sneak right here?
They're going to roll the dice here. They're trusting their defense, who's only given up 2 touchdowns to a team that averages 8 all year long for Brock. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. It's going to be
5-yard penalty, baby.
They tried to draw.
Move them back.
They tried to draw the Brock defense offsides, and instead they got their own guy. That's Oliver, and I'm going to say it right, Elalawi, who jumped off sides.
Punt team.
With 5:28 remaining here in the third quarter, the punt team will take the field for Mineola. Letty French back stands on his own 35, 37-yard line to receive the kick, punting into with the wind. Good punt, high and deep, fair catch caught by French, and he fumbles the ball. And
He got it.
There's a draw for the ball.
That's exactly why you want to go ahead and let that ball bounce. No way for a turnover if you let that ball bounce and get out of the way of it.
There's a fight for the ball
That's
down
right. He already
the field.
called it Brock's
They've
ball.
already signaled Brock football. The back judge came flying up there and already signaled the ball. Mineola came up with it, but I think it was the fact that French had regained possession and was down when the play was called, and then Mineola ripped it out.
I bet I don't see anybody back there returning punts for the rest of the game for Brock.
1st and 10, ball on the 40-yard line of Brock. Under center is Bowman, 2 running backs in the backfield. Going to toss left-hand side of 40 to the 45-yard line, and Letty French runs over number 56. That's Robles for the pickup of 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 4. Hurry up play here. Bowman under center, same formation, same personnel. Toss, same play. Going to bounce it outside to the 45, up to midfield, runs over a man, and down at the, I believe it's going to be the 47-yard line. That's going to be good enough for a First National Bank first down to the 46. It's going to be 4:51 remaining here in the third.
Letty French in that first play, putting his head down, had his shoulders way out in front of his knees, had a good head of steam, ran over a few people. They tried to run the exact same play, coming right back. It was closed off. He popped it outside, picked up another 6 yards, got a first down for the Eagles.
1st and 10, Bowman setting his men up in the backfield. Zane Young and Letty French are going to snap it to French. Rolls out to the 45-yard line, up to the 40, 35, full at a spin.
Get out.
Up to the 20, to the 15,
Good
knocked
play.
out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Finally tackled on the play by number 21. That's Curtis London, who makes a touchdown-saving tackle. It was a toss to the right-hand side and a great block by Zane Young. And with 4:33 remaining here in the third quarter, a pickup for a First National Bank first down will be 1st and goal ball at the 9-yard line. Same formation again, same personnel. Snap, it will toss. Same play. It's going to go to Little Page this time, so Little Page came in for French. He'll pick up 2 on the play. We'll put the ball at the 7-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Jake, on that last play before this one here where they got the good yardage, he had Mac Hara and Zane Young on the outside trying to seal the edge. Mac Hara just ran right over his guy, thought he had an edge on him. Mac just knocked him straight on the ground, let it get outside, ran it up to the 7-yard line.
Bowman under center. Young and French tossed to French the right-hand side up to the 5-yard line and tackled. They might give him the 4. Nope, going to keep it at the 5. So only a pickup of 2. So 3rd and 5. You're inching your way up there. Gray will check back into the ball game. French will check out. But really surprised we hadn't seen a bootleg or a...
They're working on it. It's in there. Right there you just saw some influence blocking by Zane Young. Normally you follow that fullback. That time Zane went the other way of the pitch man, and they decided to toss it to him.
Toss again to Gray, up to the 5, to the 4. No, they didn't need anything. They just needed some fresh legs. Tyler Gray takes it in from 5 yards for a Guild Mortgage touchdown. Looking to refinance your home or get money for a project you've been putting off? Call Jennifer Morris at 817-995-1156. If it's a new pool, extra garage or kitchen remodel, let Guild Mortgage be the ones to cut you the check. Again, that's 817-995-1156. Guild Mortgage is an equal housing lender, NLMS 3274. Bryce Nye set for the Plains Capital Bank. Extra point. Kick is down, up, and it's good. Brock's blown it open 23-7 as they lead Mineola here with 3:24 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
With over 2,000 saddles, Teskey's is your #1 source for equestrian needs. Along with the latest fashions in the boutique, we have over 100,000 square feet of saddles, tack, feed, and more. As one of the most trusted names in the horse industry, we can guarantee that you'll find the product you need at the quality you expect at a great price. And now we carry firearms, both used and new, along with ammo and gear. Teskey's, your one-stop shop from hat to hoof.
Welcome back to the Gopher Warrior Bowl in Grand Prairie, Texas. Brock, back-to-back drives here in the second half, puts 14 points on the board, and now they lead Mineola 23-7 with 3:24 remaining here in the Hiley Mazda and Volkswagen of Arlington 3rd quarter. And there's some stuff getting said over there on the Mineola sideline by the quarterback, who's ran up and down to his offensive guys, telling them, hey, we need to put something together.
Jake, on that last drive, Brock had 6 rushing plays for 60 yards, ending with a touchdown by Tyler Gray and a long run in there by Letty French.
Nye set for the Teskey Saddle Shop kickoff. Short again, bounces at the 17, field it at the 10. Going to be droped up to the 15 to the 20-yard line, and knocked down is number 10. That's Courtney Hampton. Boy, this kickoff team is something special to watch. Everybody there is about 5'6", 5'7", and runs about 4.5 40s. They fly. When they make a tackle, it looks like an explosion.
Mikey Golden, number 57, who's probably around 5'7". He's got his height on his jersey. He sprinted down there, put the big hit on that return man, made him change his position, and then it had 3 other Brock guys right there with him.
Mikey Golden, the junior's about 5'9", 215 pounds. When you get that much moving that fast, you better meet something or you're going to end up tripping and falling down. Crawford with 3 wide receivers to the right, going to bring Hampton in motion. They give it to him on the end around the 20 to the 25-yard line, pick up a 4 on the play. Hampton, if he gets in the open field, it may be a bad deal. And what I think happened tonight is we might had a change of jersey.
Well, the quarterback for Mineola, he's been keeping the ball quite a bit. Now he's saying, okay, boys, this is going to be on you. If y'all want to do it, here you go. I'm handing it off.
3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Hampton to Crawford's right. Fake the give, under pressure, going to throw, and it is incomplete. There was some pushing and shoving going around, and I think the Mineola offensive line was supposed to all cut, and they whiffed because everybody on the defensive line for Brock got through. I think it was a stunt to the right. Mineola cut to the left to give their quarterback a lane to throw to, and he wasn't able to get it to number 12 Meacham, who's been the guy hurting Brock all night.
3rd down and long.
3rd and 6, ball on the 25-yard line. Tight set, 2 wideouts into the boundary. Crawford set, going to fake the give. Now 3-step drop, looking, going to throw deep. Got a man wide open and is going to be
Nope, he
caught.
He said he caught it. Dang it.
That's number 17. That's Seth Huggins, the other quarterback. And that was a heck of a catch. But
and it was
a
the replay.
Great throw. It won't matter. Unfortunately, replays don't do anything different for high school, so it will stand as a catch. And another big play we talked about, they couldn't give it up at halftime, as Mineola gets out of a 3rd down and 6 on about a 30-yard catch.
I got to give it to Crawford. That was a good little pass right there.
Motion in the backfield. Crawford will fake the give, looking to throw. Under pressure now, going to roll to his right. Has all day, going to throw deep. And on the man, lost coverage was Skelton, and thankfully Crawford overthrew it. And, man, the secondary for Brock has got their eyes in the backfield, and you can't do that on man coverage.
Well, don't think Crawford can't throw the ball 60 yards, because he probably can either on the run or taking a step, even a hitch step. But just because you can throw it far does not mean you can throw it well. Crawford, up until that ball right there, he may have just been throwing it away. He's been throwing some good balls, and they've been on the outstretched arms of his receivers, and they've been able to go out and get it.
Going to go 3 receivers again. Mineola spreading the field out wide. Crawford with London to his right-hand side. Fake snap's going to be a draw play. Going the other direction all day, up to the 35 to the 30 and tackled. I don't know why he didn't keep running to the left. Some extracurricular activity as a block was thrown by Riley Anderson. The big tackle ran all the way down there to throw a block, and the back judge didn't get it, but holy cow, what a block thrown down in the secondary as big number 51 got moving down there.
That's that little Bumblerooski play that Brock ran a couple times this year, and it worked pretty good for Mineola. They picked up enough. It's 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. It will be a tight set. One running back in the backfield. Wide receiver either side. Crawford asks for the shotgun fake, going to take it himself, and he'll pick up the 1st down. But he's only going to pick up 2. It's going to be 1st and 10, ball on the 27-yard line. 1:12 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Brock leads 23-7 over Mineola.
We talked earlier in pregame and also in halftime that Brock wants Mineola to have to drive down the field. They want him to have to do an 80-yard drive. They started at the 21. They're going to have to go 79 yards in order to score against this Brock defense. And Brock's saying, we're going to let you get a couple yards here, a couple yards there.
Toss to the right-hand side. It'll go to Hampton. Puts his foot down up to the 25, the 20, spins off a tackle, the 10 to the 5, and down at the 4-yard line. I talked about how dangerous he was in the open field, and right there he shows him, sticks his foot in the ground, and now the biggest running play for Mineola maybe all night with 30 seconds remaining. Mineola driving 1st and goal at the 4-yard line, right hash. Play clock down to 20. It's a difference of 4 seconds. Crawford going to keep it on the give off left tackle. He'll walk into the end zone for a touchdown. Mineola scores, puts 6 more on the board, and with 19 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter, they cut the lead down to 8. I'm sorry. They cut the lead down. Yeah. No, I'm way off. Golly.
8 plays,
I'm not
79
even close.
yards, 3 pass plays. 2 of them are pretty good size. And then that last run in there by Crawford. He's been looking for something to be excited about after getting all of his people pumped up on the sidelines. He actually came out there and did something on that last drive.
If he makes the extra point, it'll be 9, so I won't be as bad off. Extra point is up and good. Flag is down. We'll wait to see what the call is. Probably going to be on Brock jumping off offsides, so they're going to wave it off.
Declined.
They're going to decline it. They'll take the point. 23-14. Brock leads over Mineola. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
We're back here at the Gopher Warrior Bowl in Grand Prairie. It was an offsides on the extra point, waved it off, took the points, and now Mineola changes their mind. So still a 10-point lead. They're going to go for it on 2. Mineola does to get it to bring it within 8. Shotgun formation, going to keep it. Crawford will walk up the middle into the end zone for the to complete the 2-point conversion. That will take it to 23-15. So now just a one-score game. We'll leave you again and bring it back here for the Teskies Saddle Shop kickoff. Brock leads Mineola 23-15, 19 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
With over 2,000 saddles, Teskies is your #1 source for equestrian needs. Along with the latest fashions in the boutique, we have over 100,000 square feet of saddles, tack, feed, and more. As one of the most trusted names in the horse industry, we can guarantee that you'll find the product you need at the quality you expect at a great price. And now we carry firearms, both used and new, along with ammo and gear. Teskies, your one-stop shop from hat to hoof.
Back here at the Gopher Warrior Bowl in Grand Prairie, Texas, a big pass to number 12 Meacham sets up a 5-yard run by number 9 for
Crawford.
It's number 8 for Mineola. That is Jeremiah Crawford, who takes it in and then completes it on the 2-point conversion, and it's 23-15. The kickoff for Mineola again will be a pooch kick, this time on the right-hand side. Fair catch caught. 2 men called fair catch, and now they'll signal it a catch. Man, boy, if I'm Mineola, I keep doing that because Brock is really struggling going into that right-hand side. But they're going to take over. Ball will be on the 33-yard line. Cameron Yo is fixing to punch their ticket for the 4th consecutive time to Houston. They're going to win this game by a large margin as they leave Mathis 40-0 here going into the 4th quarter. So they will face one of these two teams, and it is a tight one, only a difference of 1 possession. The lead is 8. Brock has 23 over Mineola's 15.
Should be the last play of the quarter right here.
Bowman under center, 2 wide receivers close to the left tackle. Toss will go to Gray up to the 35 and down to the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4 on the play. That'll be the end of the third quarter. We'll bring it back to you here for the Texas Butane 4th. Brock 12 minutes away from doing something that no team has ever done before in the state of Texas. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Back here at Grand Prairie, Texas at the Gopher Warrior Bowl, the 4th quarter is brought to you by Texas Butane Company, serving all of Parker and surrounding counties for more than 50 years. They offer everything from propane tanks, sales, and leasing to gas, law, and electric. Call 2612. Texas Butane is a proud sponsor of Brock Eagle football. Brock took over possession after the kickoff. They ran 1 play to run out the third quarter, picked up 5 yards. Now Brock will finish with the win as they travel north to south.
We need a sustained drive.
They really like this tight formation. It will be a toss to the right-hand side up to the 40, tackled made after a pickup of 3 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Tackle made by number 62. That's Tracy Murphy's 5'8", 230-pound defensive tackle.
All those weights that Brock has done this year, all the two-a-days, all the off-season, it's coming down to this last quarter to go to the state championship game.
They haven't got out of this formation. It's 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers tied at the line of scrimmage. Toss will go to French. They're finding something that they can do to keep moving the ball along. That's a First National Bank first down as French picks up 3, ball to the 45-yard line. Going on just be about under 11 minutes by the time the ball is snapped. Brock again an 8-point lead over Mineola, 23-15.
One of the things Whitesboro did to Mineola is they started the play, or they got up to the line of scrimmage, ran the play with only 2 or 3 seconds left to go in the play clock, and they shortened that game.
Bunch formation will be throw, drop pass, look out, it's a fake. They got a man wide open, it's caught at the 30. Cooper Warren to the 20, breaks a tackle, 15, 10-5, it worked. We've run it 3 times and it hadn't worked. The bounce pass finally works, and that's a Guild Mortgage touchdown as they take it 65 yards to blow it open at 29-15.
They just tried to run that play last week, and Seth threw the ball so fantastically that it skipped right under Letty's legs and went to the sidelines. This time he short hops it a little bit better, only makes it hop about halfway toward him. He picks it up. Letty couldn't find a grip on the ball because he's got those gloves. He finally got rid of it, threw a duck. Cooper came up with the ball, turned around. The fast player on our team, he got down there and he scored a touchdown.
It's a fake. They jumped off sides. Teal does a great job to pick it up. Is that caught? He got it. Great job by the snapper. The holder. Mineola jumped off sides, so Kyle Teal noticed it, just picked it up and tried to complete a 2-point conversion, and they did. Just a toss-up on triple coverage to Pike Langford. He comes down with the catch. That makes it 16-point lead, 10:48 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Brock over Mineola 31-15. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
For over 30 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has provided prompt, professional, and friendly service to residential and commercial customers throughout the Weatherford and Fort Worth region. We specialize in air conditioning, heating, and plumbing services, from installations to repairs and preventative maintenance. Quality, customer satisfaction, and integrity are our top priorities. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys.
Back here at Grand Prairie at the Gopher Warrior Bowl, Brock leads 31-15 after the bounce pass fake play. I don't know what you call it, draw it up in the sandbox and let it go with it after they run it 3 times unsuccessfully the past 14 games. It took 15 to get it right. Nevertheless, Cooper Warren caught it and took it in from 20 yards after a great pass by Letty French. They lead by 16 now. I'd like to let you remember that our title sponsor is Lightfoot Mechanical, air conditioning, heating, and plumbing. Lightfoot Mechanical is family owned and operated. Has been serving North Texas for more than 30 years. Call 817-596-0309. Bryce Nye kicks the Teskey Saddle Shop kickoff, fielded at the 15 up to the 20, the 25-yard line. He's upended.
Pike Langford.
Pike Langford's having him a field day on special teams. That's about his 5th tackle today.
Well, after the low-scoring conservative first half, the last 3 drives have produced 24 points in just the last 3 drives. 3 touchdowns and 2 go-for-twos that were converted, and now it's 31-15. Brock has the lead.
My feelings were going to get hurt if we didn't break 30. Crawford in the backfield, 5 wide receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll bring a man in motion, snap. 2 men going at the same time, and Crawford going to keep it. Should have been a legal procedure. It wasn't called. Great tackle made in the backfield by Letty French. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play.
Coach Worrell has got that defensive line and those linebackers disrupting the blocking formations, the blocking schemes of Mineola. Mineola came in here as one of the top blocking offenses in the state of Texas, especially in 3A. But those two big tackles they got, they've been bulldozing everybody. Brock's finding a way to slip through those gaps and make tackles in the backfield. No one's done that to Mineola this year.
Spreading the field out wide again. 2 to the left, 3 to the wide receivers. Bring a man in motion. Going to fake it under pressure. Going to throw off his back foot way over the head of Frankie Meeson, who has been just disrupting Brock all day long. He's got over 150 yards through the air receiving, standing at 6'2", 170 pounds. But Crawford, under pressure by Patino, had to get rid of that ball in a hurry.
Well, usually Brock puts Tyler Gray on their best receiver for the other team, and that's what they're doing now. He's won a few battles, he's lost a few battles, but right now he's on that man and is going to make sure that he doesn't beat him.
3rd and 11, 2 wide receivers either side, man in motion to make it 3-1. Crawford rolls the direction, 3 receiver side, going to throw over his body, caught by the tight end. Now at the 4-yard line, Skelton came up and made a huge hit along there by Teal. And number 89, Addison Reichlich, slow to get off. 6'2", 190 senior walks back to the huddle very gingerly as the 2 safeties came back up there and made a hit, but he did complete the 3rd and long to make it 1st and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line, 9:38 remaining in the ball game. Brock leads by 16.
Brock is going to make Mineola have to score a touchdown and go for 2 two-point conversions.
Fake give, going to throw off his back foot and drop the interception is Kyle Teal. It went off of number 89's hands, Reichlich, and it almost into the hands. A great play by Kyle Teal. He was going to make a good tackle. Just a good spot to be in.
There was too many receivers for Mineola in the same area. And normally when that happens, that also means you have 2 defenders in the same area. And if that ball gets knocked up in the air, you have people have an opportunity to make an interception. Kyle had it right on his fingertips, almost made that interception.
Ace formation, 1 running back in the backfield. Snap, they'll fake the give. Going to roll the opposite way. Going to throw under pressure. Caught by Reichlich in midfield. Gets the first down. How did Crawford get rid of that thing? He threw falling backwards off his left foot, looking away, and hit Reichlich right in the hands. And the big tight end wide receiver catches it for a pickup of 13. 1st and 10, ball on the 47-yard line.
Lady French inches away from being able to sack him or at least try to block that pass right there. Crawford's making some good plays. You'd expect that for the state semifinals.
2-2. Crawford, 3-step drop, going to throw. Caught. Great catch by Meeson. That's going to be a pickup of 8 all the way down to the 38-yard line. Mineola picking up the tempo. Meeson falls out of bounds. It'll stop the clock. 8:55 remaining here. Brings up 2nd down and 1.
Mineola knows that they are down 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions. They have to try to score quick to have enough time left on the clock if Brock does a sustained drive later on.
Mineola has gone away from the passing game. It's going to be
Brock.
A Texas Butane timeout. Brock going to try and figure it out. We'll bring you right back. 8:53 remaining in the ball game. Brock leads by 16, 31-15 over Mineola. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Out from the Texas Butane timeout. Remember, you can call them at 817-594-2612. Texas Butane is a proud sponsor of Brock Eagle football. 2nd and 1 for Mineola. Ball on the 38-yard line going in Brock territory. 8:53 remaining in the ball game. Toss sweep to the right. Got room up to the 30 and tackled down at the 26-yard line. That was number 9, I believe, Chance Perkins on the carry. He picks up a 1st down, so I don't consider that a run. That was just kind of a real hard,
And you know what?
toss.
Caden Fain, all 5'7" of him, 140 pounds, just got to see what it was like to get blocked by a 6'5", 300-pound lineman because he went back 8 yards.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Crawford going to roll the 3 receiver side, going to throw.
Intercepted!
Oh, picked off! Teal got
Kyle
it back.
Teal.
Crawford threw it right in the hands. He was looking for Ryclick. He's been trying to get him all game long, standing out there just in the open over the top of the linebacker and underneath the safety. And Teal read the eyes. Perfect interception. That's going to be a turnover for Brock. With 8:23 remaining here in the ball game, they lead by 16. Brock does over Mineola, 31-15.
Kyle Teal, I guarantee you, he told the guys at halftime after giving up that touchdown, making that busted play, he goes, guys, I'm going to make it up to you. It's not going to be on me. And right there, he made up for it. Good interception. Kyle Teal caught the ball, stopped the drive that Mineola was putting on him. Great timeout, Coach Worrell.
There's some excitement up here in the booth from my partner, Eric Morse. If your speaker got blown, we're excited too. Toss to the right-hand side, goes to French up to the 20, the 25, and down to the 28-yard line. They might give him the first down.
Moving the chains.
We're looking for it. Still waiting for the call. Line judge says yes, and Lady French picks up 10. That's a First National Bank first down. Keeps the clock moving. 8:08 and counting. 22 seconds on the play clock.
You see how slow Seth Bowman's getting out there to his huddle? The clock operator has it down to 12 seconds by the time they get up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to let it count down a few more, take some time off that clock, keep the runners in bounds when they run.
7:48 will be when it's snapped. It will go to French. He's got running room up to the 30, to the 35, the 40, up to the 45, midfield into Mineola territory. Knocked out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It's a First National Bank first down pickup of around 20 on the play. Clock will stop until the snap of the ball because I think he was out of bounds. And they will get it. Bowman will command his troops down with 7:38 remaining here in the ball game.
He can go ahead and get up to the line of scrimmage and run a play now because the game clock is not going to move until they snap the ball.
Tight set formation, 2 running backs in the backfield, 2 wide receiver. Toss to Gray to 45 up, dodging tacklers to the 41-yard line. Good pickup. He's going to pick up 5 on the play. It'll be second down and 5, Tyler Gray. And Bowman now taking his time, milking the clock. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining here in the second half. Bowman going to do everything he can to keep the clock moving with his offense now into Mineola territory.
I'm sure Coach Worrell told Tyler and Letty, when you're running the ball, stay in bounds, fall in bounds, keep that clock moving under 10 seconds as they get to the line of scrimmage.
Haven't gone away from the same formation they've been running. Like it a lot. They're going to toss it to Gray, but I think we had movement for Brock. We'll march it back 5 yards, bring up second and 10.
That's the stuff we talked about at halftime. You got to stay away from the penalties. We need a sustained drive here. We need to stay ahead of the chains. You don't stay ahead of the chains when you have a 5-yard penalty that moves you back to second and 10. We need short yardage, second down, short yardage, third down. That penalty right there may cost them.
Fritz checks in. Zane Young will check out. That'll be second down and 10. Clock winds around at 6:45. Play clock down to 10. Now breaking the huddle. Same formation. I'll paint a picture for you because it's not going anywhere. It will be a fake out to the right-hand side.
He's there.
Bowman
Throw it.
Rolling, throwing, looking, caught at the
Trent
30.
Corcoran.
Trent Corcoran to the
Get out.
25-yard line and loses the football.
He fumbled it. We got it.
Bowman across on the right-hand side after the bootleg to Corcoran. Corcoran shaking off that right hand.
One of the things we didn't talk about in the halftime show or the pregame show was how important holding on to the ball is. Holding on to the catches on the runs, yards after catch. And Corcoran, when he gets contact, he needs to get down and get the yards he can get and get down and let's run another play.
Bowman hanging on to waiting some time to run off the clock. It'll be under 6 minutes when the ball is snapped. Brock leads 31-15 over Mineola here in the fourth quarter. They are less than 6 minutes away from punching a trip to the state championship for the first time in school history, only being 2 years running through UIL. Bowman under
Stay inbounds.
Puts his hand down to the 20 and knocked down to the 16-yard line.
There we go.
It's going to be close to a first down, but they're going to mark him short. Going to look like it's going to be second down and 2. Now the next play will be under 5 minutes remaining.
You could tell right there, Tyler had the edge. If he wanted it, he could have got outside. He may have gotten 5 more yards, but he would have been knocked out of bounds. He was smart enough and disciplined enough, listened to what the coaches tell him. He cut it back up to stay inside, keep that clock running. He stopped just short of the first down to keep that clock running another 40 seconds.
Gray checks out. Zane Young checks in at the fullback position. Play clock down to 4. Toss to Gray, right-hand side. Waiting for his blockers. Does a good job just getting a first down. We talked about the discipline as that kid has grown throughout the day. That'll stop the clock, but a new set of downs. And the next play will be just under 4.5 minutes to go in the game. Brock leads again 31-15. They stay right here. They're going to meet Mineola in Houston next week at Reliant Stadium, home of the Texans, where they will play a team going for their 4th consecutive state championship. Mineola all over Mathis 47-0.
Defensive line for Mineola, everybody's got their hands on their hips right now. This is time to take advantage of them, get a few yards right here.
Play clock down to 5 to 4 to 3. Get a snap, go to Gray. Waiting tackles, trips over a man down to the 9-yard line. He's going to pick up 4 on the play, bring up second down and 6.
They can get a first down and not score. They still have 6 yards to get a first down. It's 9 yards to get a touchdown. They can still get a first down without scoring, and that's going to take another 2-3 minutes off the clock if possible.
Turn him down.
Keep running the same plays. They're letting the play clock get down below 10 before they get to the line of scrimmage. Get it below 5 before they snap the ball. This is something they talked about, game planned it before today.
3:45 remaining here in the ball game. Toss to the right-hand side. It will go to French.
Might as well score. Might as well score.
Got the edge and walks into the end zone for a Guild Mortgage touchdown. And that will be the nail in the coffin. Brock now leads 37-15 over Mineola. That is a 22-point lead, less the extra point. Remember, that touchdown was brought to you by Guild Mortgage. Make sure you call Jennifer Morris at 817-995-1156. Guild Mortgage is an equal housing lender, NLMS 3274. Plains Capital Bank extra point by Bryce Nye. Snaps high, but the hold's good, and Nye drives it through the upright. 38-15. Brock is 3.5 minutes away from sealing a ticket to Houston. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Back here at Grand Prairie, Texas, at the Gopher Warrior Bowl, Brock leads Mineola 38-15 with 3:34 remaining here in the ball game. Both teams with 2 timeouts apiece. Mineola would probably like to take Brock's 2, as they're going to have to drive all the way down the field, pending the Teskies kickoff by Bryce Nye. And Eric, I'm going to let you comment. When you get hit in the mouth so many times after these big plays, be able to respond back is huge.
Yes, and right now Brock's trying to get some people in extra on the kickoff coverage team. We've talked about it earlier this year. Brock's kickoff coverage, they have had to have kicked the ball off more than any team in the state of Texas this year. and they had a little mix-up on who was going in. But, yes, those 2 long pass plays against Brock and that last drive against Brock, that kind of stuff can hurt you, get to your heart. But Brock has responded every time, and let's see him do it again right here.
Short kick by Nye. It's going to be fielded at the 30-yard line, cuts over to the left-hand side. That's Noah Sneed who takes it and will be tackled by Kyle Teal down at the 35-yard line. So Mineola will have to go 65 yards pretty quick, and I have a feeling that 12, Frankie Meeson, is going to be targeted. He's over to the left-hand side. He's the wideout next to the slot. Lone wideouts in the right-hand side. They're going to give it on a run play up to the 35, to the 40, down to the 45 midfield. Look out. Steps off a tackle to the 40, and he's tackled. That's a first down. All the way up to the 37-yard line, run by number 9, Chance Perkins, 5'7", 165 junior. Clock stops after the pickup for a first down.
I was going to say this is Mineola's best starting field position of the day, the 35-yard line, the best starting field position they've had all day. First play, they get it to the 5-yard line.
Under 3 minutes to play. Mineola taking all the time in the world. 2 wide receivers into the boundary. Crawford with Perkins to his right. He'll give it to Perkins over around to the other side, left side now, and he'll only pick up 1, 2:45 and counting, and Mineola has thrown in the towel. They will not try and go with a long ball or try and do anything to score, as they are simply trying to run it, and they've been unsuccessful at that all night long. By this good Brock front 7 has stopped them.
Brock's defense has been in condition all year. They need to fill out the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds of this game and move to the next level.
3 wide receivers to the right. It will be a fake throw, pass, bounce it. Crawford incomplete to Meacham, trying to find number 12, 2:15 remaining, and it will bring up 3rd down and 9.
The good thing about throwing the ball is you can get some yardage. They've been successful throwing the ball. The bad thing about throwing the ball, it stops the clock. The good thing about the ball, it also stops the clock. The bad thing is it skips and you don't get a completion. They've been running the ball. They came to the right side last time, got 30 yards. They went to the left side, didn't get anything. 3rd and 9.
Crawford will hand it off. It will go to the right-hand side up to the 30, to the 25, and down at the 22-yard line. That was that was Perkins who took that run. He'll pick up a first down. Clock will stop until they set the change, then run. It'll be under 2 minutes to go.
Perkins is getting some good runs. When he's coming to this right side, I don't know what they're seeing, but somehow he's getting some good yards coming to that right side.
Brock in a prevent offense, so they're going to let the run. They just don't want to give up the big play on the pass. Under 2 minutes to go. The lead is 23. It will go, keep by Crawford up to the 15. We'll cut back to the 10, to the 5, and down at the 3-yard line. It's a pickup of 20 on the play. Bring up 1st and goal. Ball at the 3-yard line. It will be 1:30 on the play clock, or on the game clock.
Mineola should be trying to hurry up and get to the line of scrimmage right now to leave as much time on the play clock or game clock as possible for them to kick these onside kicks if they were able to score right here.
I'm looking for the Gatorade bath, but I don't see it yet. I know it's coming for Coach Worrell. Left hash on the 3-yard line under center. They hand it up the middle, and Hayden walks into the end zone. 21-38, less the extra point. They will, I thought they'd go for it through the 2-point conversion, but they're going to kick a field goal instead.
They have to get both 2-point conversions. They want to save it till later. They know they need to get 2-point conversions, and if they miss one, they know it's for sure over. So they're going to try to get the extra point right here when they have to.
Snap is down, holds good, kick is up, and right down the middle. Mineola's got a great kicker, and he drives it through. That will make it 22-38. The lead is 16, so an onside kick will come. We'll bring it right back here to you to see it. 38-22, Brock, 1 minute and 13 seconds left from punching a ticket to the state championship game. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
Back here at Grand Prairie, Texas, here at the Gopher Warrior Bowl, some people we need to thank for all season long. Our title sponsor has been Lightfoot Mechanical Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. Extra Points been Plains Capital Bank. First National Bank has done the first downs. The touchdowns, Guild Mortgage here in the playoffs. The kickoffs for tonight, we're about to see another one's Teskey Saddle Shop. Brock Defensive Stops been brought to you by Envy Baseball. First quarter and fourth was Texas Butane. Second quarter was Teskey Saddle Shop. It's a high kick. It will be fielded. Fair catch. So they tried to line drive it, and Brock will take over on offense at the 40-yard line going in. Third quarter for the past 3 games been Hiley Mazda and Volkswagen in Arlington. The timeouts also by Texas Butane in the halftime show as well. Hiley Mazda and Volkswagen of Arlington. Sierra Networks has also been one of our sponsors, Worthington Realty, all of the Jerry's stores, Jerry's Buick and GMC, as well as Jerry's Hyundai, Lamb's Print Shop. Boy, what a great way to advertise on a team that has only been alive for about 2 years.
Brock needs 2 first downs because Mineola still has 2 timeouts left.
Bowman under center. Going to toss to the right-hand side. It goes to French. He drives his way forward, and he picks up 8 on the play. No timeout is called.
You don't want to call timeout when the next play is probably going to be a first down. And Brock's going to let this play clock go down to 2 or 3. That means the game clock is going to be down to about 20 when they get up to the line of scrimmage. Coach Worrell's probably going to call timeout at 1 or 2 seconds left to go on the play clock.
Bowman jogs out to the huddle. The blue and gold faithful are on their feet. Seen several state championships in golf, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, never won in football. They're going to get an opportunity next week. Snap goes to the right-hand side. It's French up to midfield, gets the first down.
Get down.
And he will be down at the 46-yard line of
That should do it.
Mineola. 21 seconds remain here at the game.
Mineola coaching staff putting their folders together, packing it up. Your Brock Eagles going to Energy Stadium in Houston to play the state championship game against Cameron Yo. Can you believe it?
Thank you for stealing my line, Eric Morris. That's it. That's your ball game. Brock beat Mineola 38-22. We're going to take a break, bring it right back here for the post-game show. You're listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical.
With over 2,000 saddles, Teskey's is your #1 source for equestrian needs. Along with the latest fashions in the boutique, we have over 100,000 square feet of saddles, tack, feed, and more. As one of the most trusted names in the horse industry, we can guarantee that you'll find the product you need at the quality you expect at a great price. And now we carry firearms, both used and new, along with ammo and gear. Teskey's, your one-stop shop from hat to hoof.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
For over 30 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has provided prompt, professional, and friendly service to residential and commercial customers throughout the Weatherford and Fort Worth region. We specialize in air conditioning, heating, and plumbing services, from installations to repairs and preventative maintenance. Quality, customer satisfaction, and integrity are our top priorities. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys.
Back here at Grand Prairie, Texas, at the Gopher Warrior Bowl, will wrap up as Brock punches a ticket to the state championship in Energy Stadium in Houston, Texas. They beat number 1 Mineola to solidify themselves as the number 1 team in the state of Texas. 38-22 was the final tonight. Eric, you're a native. I can't say that I am, so I know that it's special for me to be able to call it, but for you able to watch some of these boys grow up since they were real little, had the opportunity to start football 5 years ago, and then their second year they go from a regional champion runner-up all the way to a shot at the state championship.
You know, when you see the weight room that Brock had up until recently, that these boys all worked out in the weight room, they probably had about 100 square foot of room for weights. All the weights and the benches and the equipment all were duct taped to the hilt. It was so hot in there. There was no air conditioning. It smelled like athletes. Bad. But they still showed up. They still showed up to work out all the time. They were there for off season. They worked hard. They knew something was going to build. They knew something was going to happen later on, and they wanted to lay the foundation and groundwork for future Brock football teams, and they didn't want to say somebody else was going to get it before this group. It's such a competitive group, offensively, defensively, in the classroom, to a man. This team is hungry, and they've worked their butts off this year. They look forward to an opportunity to beat, or at least play against, Cameron Yoe.
They're going to have, like we said, a shot at Cameron Yoe. It'll be next Thursday night. Not sure on the time, so I won't give it to you. 5 o'clock. If it's not 5 o'clock, Eric Morris says it's 5 o'clock. So that's what we're looking for. It's going to be down in Houston, Texas at Energy Stadium, home of the Texans. You know, I can't say enough about being a former coach in the college football. When you got a guy to talk to every week, and I enjoy it talking to Chad Worrell, there is not a better man to be able to get in front of these guys and have the opportunity to coach them. They're going to be better football players. They're going to be better men. And it's a heck of a job that he's done taking this football program from nothing, zero. We had nothing. They had nothing. And to be all the way in your second year, you go all the way to the state championship. We're going to let Texas Sports Network take over for next week. It's going to be broadcasted on television, and I will say my final goodbyes as well. I'll let Eric say his too. For Harrison Pritchard, I'm Jake Reed. It has been an honor to call all these ball games. It has been an honor to be able to be part of such a special town, such a great community, a sold-out home side here in Grand Prairie. As I'm surprised we had as many listeners as we did tonight, because they brought all the blue and gold. If there was anybody planning to rob anybody tonight in Brock, there was nobody there. The town was empty. So I appreciate everybody listening. I'm sorry for all the technical difficulties we have. I'll take responsible for it. We put it together at the last minute, but boy, it was fun. And Eric Pozzi, boy, it has been an absolute blast.
You know, I look forward every week to putting my stats together, to put my offensive and defensive stats together, to getting with you on questions and what we're going to talk about this week, and the teams, looking at film, watching video, seeing what's going on, listening to the coaches and what they have to say, and getting a feel from the players of how they feel and the hard work they put in. Me waking up every morning at 6 o'clock and taking my son in for weights, and just the camaraderie that they have on the team, the town, the community, being behind and supporting these kids and these these coaches. It was just 2 years ago they only had 3 coaches. They only had the head coach and 2 of the coaches. And now to see where they've come from there, it's just been amazing. The heart of these kids, they work so hard, but to be able to have this opportunity to do the play and the color commentating with you this year in Harrison has been fantastic. I look forward to it every week, and I hope we get to do this again, because it's been one for the books. No one can ever say that they were the first ones to do the YouTube broadcast for Brock football going to the state championship than Jake Reed, Harrison Pritchard, and Eric Morris.
I appreciate it. For Harrison Pritchard, Eric Morris, I'm Jake Reed. It has been an incredible year. Like I said, we're going to let Texas Sports Network take over. They're going to broadcast it live on TV. It'll be Thursday night at 5 o'clock at Energy Stadium in Houston, Texas. Number 1 Brock will take on number 4 Cameron Yo for the Division I state title. You've been listening to Brock Football, brought to you by Lightfoot Mechanical. Have a good night.
When choosing a propane delivery company for your home or business, Texas Butane Company in Weatherford is the right choice for all your propane needs. Family owned and operated for more than 50 years. Whether it's heating homes, swimming pools, or backyard barbecues, they are there for you every step of the way. With a dedicated service team and experienced set of licensed propane drivers, Texas Butane Company is ready to serve all your propane needs, large or small. Call them at 817-594-2612.
With over 2,000 saddles, Teskey's is your number 1 source for equestrian needs. Along with the latest fashions in the boutique, we have over 100,000 square feet of saddles, tack, feed, and more. As one of the most trusted names in the horse industry, we can guarantee that you'll find the product you need at the quality you expect at a great price. And now we carry firearms, both used and new, along with ammo and gear. Teskey's, your one-stop shop from hat to hoof.
For 30 years, Lightfoot Mechanical has provided prompt, professional, and friendly service to residential and commercial customers throughout the Weatherford and Fort Worth region. We specialize in air conditioning, heating, and plumbing services, from installations to repairs and preventative maintenance. Quality, customer satisfaction, and integrity are our top priorities. Lightfoot Mechanical, we're the good guys.